well. Yes, there's inconsistencies in the throwing, certainly, as Coach Dungy's already talked about, tough conditions, misses an easy completion there.
He's capable, though, Simsy. You see it here. He stands in there, throws the deep over route. It's right on the money. A lot of good stuff with Trey Lance.
There is. There's a lot of talent to be had. You can see his ability running the football here. Nice quickness. Gets a tough third down run there on 3rd and 13. But it's these moments that scare us a little bit. Inconsistency in throwing, inconsistency in decision-making, and that led this Bear team, allowed them to get back in the football game.
And if you're Kyle Shanahan, you have to think about this. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is 8-29, playing with a quarterback not named Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
He's 31-14 with Garoppolo. Garoppolo's on the team. Trey Lance is going to be a great football player in this league for a long time. I'm not quite so sure you just hand him the job when you have this other guy who's taking you to the NFC Championship game. He's taking you to the Super Bowl. It'll be interesting in San Francisco.
Definitely going to be interesting. Also, took a lot of hits today. That does scare me, so thank God they got Jimmy Garoppolo behind him, Maria. That's something to watch out for. But his development, we know how good they are. They're a Super Bowl caliber football team. They go 0-2 against the Seattle Seahawks next week. How long is that leash for Trey Lance?
All right, well, that's one coach's opinion on this show. What was your takeaway from the 49ers performance?
I really agree with Jason. I think this has to be an organizational decision. Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, the general manager, you've drafted Trey Lance with a high pick, but you've got a guy on the team that took you to a Super Bowl.
Right.
And you're sitting there, your players know Jimmy Garoppolo is taking you to a Super Bowl. So I think you've got to be careful and make sure you don't lose the team. Make sure if it's not going well, go back to the guy who took you.
Okay, well, the ray of sunshine for 49ers fans, maybe he won't have to play in a monsoon every single week in Sunday Night Football. Let's talk about what we're going to see here tonight, though. The Cowboys taking on the Bucs. Dak Prescott, remember, he led the best offense in the NFL just a season ago. We'll see, with some of those questions remaining for the Cowboys, how they respond against the Bucs.
All right, welcome back. 49ers 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 His desire to play until the age of 45. It sounded hyperbolic, but he now becomes the oldest player to make a start in NFL history. But he did leave training camp for 11 days, so how big of a concern is that for your old teammate and quarterback, Rodney?
Look, I played with Tom Brady for 6 years. I've known him almost 20 years. No matter what's going on in his personal life, when he steps on this football field, he's going to be ready to play.
I'm with you. Let's go on the field live, presented by Hyundai. Trayvon Diggs led the NFL in interceptions last year. How will Brady consider his skill set with their offensive game?
Trayvon is extremely
All right. What up? It's your boy Jay Reason back again with another stream. Your Week 1 NFL. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Dallas Cowboys. We're a little time from kickoff, but I just wanted to go in and hop on and welcome you guys to the channel. Tell you, make sure that you smash that like, that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. Help support me, help support the stream. Smash that like, that thumbs up down below. Let's try to break a record today. Let's try to get to at least 50 before kickoff. And of course, if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be updated with streams just like this for NFL, NBA, MLB, and of course college games. All right, so a matchup predictor here is going to be 61.3% for Tampa Bay, 38.2% for Dallas. As far as the injury report, we have Zion McCollum out, Kyle Trask out, Kyle Rudolph out, Keyshawn Vaughn out, and Scotty Miller is out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For your Cowboys, Michael Gallup is out, Israel McCalmo, John Ridgeway, Nashawn Wright, Jalen Tolbert are all out for the Cowboys. As for your odds, 2.5 favorites, Buccaneers, 2.5 points, minus 140 on the money line, plus 2.5 for Dallas, plus 118 on the money line for Dallas. Over and under is going to be 50 points even. Over and under. And that is going to be your pre-game info before we get to kickoff shortly here. Still got plenty of time to get your drinks, get your snacks, make your phone calls, do what you got to do. And as we prepare for kickoff. It says make sure we get these likes up, guys. We're at 15 now. Let's try to get to 25. Just need 10 more likes, 10 more thumbs up, and hit that first goal of 25. eBay going crazy tonight. Put up a bunch of cards. And I could tell a lot of people who excited their team won or their favorite player won tonight. Going crazy on eBay. Jimmy McCullough, Tampa, Beastonomics says, let's go, we them boys. As for votes, we got 20 votes, 45% for the Buccaneers, 55% for the Cowboys. I'm sure that will change as time goes on here. Decent. Let's see if we can beat up Brady. Oof. Strong words. Strong words. Not saying it's not possible because he has been beat up before. But it's going to be an interesting night. Prime time. Sunday Night Football. You know, that's where Brady shines. That's not good. He can't throw the ball if he ain't got time. Man, that's true. 100%. But if you give Brady even a little bit less time than most elite quarterbacks, he's going to get that ball to where it needs to go. And to be honest, I don't even think I'm going to take a team on this one. I'm just excited for the game because I feel like Dak's going to come out. He's got something to prove. And, Tom being the GOAT, he's going to do what GOAT does. Do what the GOAT does. Eyes are on Diggs on defense and Zeke. Zeke's been kind of like chilling lately, bro. He ain't really been showing up. This year might be different, though. We'll see. Wait, what? That don't even make any sense. 14, 21. So 108. think Pollard is a better back, but I hope Zeke is worth all that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to try to mix it up, between Pollard and Zeke. The thing about it is, with Pollard, you get that speed, but Zeke can take a beating. He's a workhorse. So that's where it's going to get interesting. Jerry reminds me of not completely, but he reminds me of Robert Kraft, bro. Them boys ain't going nowhere until they in the grave. That's the truth, bro.
The Cowboys want to win this game. They have to dominate on the defensive line. Interior defensive line, put that pressure in Tom Brady's face. I don't think they can do it. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
And Brady has never lost to the Cowboys. I don't know what's up with that, Coach Garrett. Let's go over to Mike Flores. Who are you rocking with?
Well, there's been some concern this week about Dak Prescott's ankle. Is it the shoes too tight? Is there something with the ankle? I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. I still think either way, Buccaneers win the game, Matthew Berry.
Questions about both offenses, so I go with the best unit on the field, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. I'm not going against Tom Brady in prime time. Give me Tampa.
I hear what you're saying. I'm scared of the Cowboys offensive line versus Cowboys defensive line. I'm going with Tampa as well.
I'm going to join you guys. I'm going with Tampa too. Jason, who are you going with?
Hey, I'm taking the Dallas football Cowboys. You kidding me? It's going to be hard to move the ball against these guys. They got to run it. Dak's going to make some plays for them.
Well, which unit can protect their quarterback the best and which playmakers are going to step up? Tom Brady hasn't had a lot of time with his guys, but I'm going with the Buccaneers. I think they put more pressure on Dak Prescott today.
We talked a lot about uncertainties. What are the answers you want to see from tonight's game?
The biggest thing is they have to quiet the game down. You keep hearing me say that you can't let this Tampa Bay defensive front go wild. Run the ball, get the ball out on the perimeter to Pollard and the receivers. They can get after it.
All right, listen, guys. In week one, we've had 2 overtimes. We've had a tie in 8 games decided by 1 score. That means it's going to be a good one tonight. All ready for the season debut of Sunday Night Football. A couple of division champs, the Bucs, the Cowboys, Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark have the call after Carrie Underwood kicks us off. See you at halftime.
All right, so we're getting closer to kickoff, you guys. As far as votes go, we've got 23 votes, 52% for the Buccaneers, Cowboys 48%. The general consensus from America, 62%. 62. So Todd Gack saying go Bucks. Bucks in the building. We got some love, I was about to say. Of course you get love from him. No, I mean, without a doubt, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think Tom Brady's just going to go in there and just completely destroy. I don't know though. I don't know. The best intro ever. Carrie gets me hyped. Yo, listen. So like, I remember I tried to play like Carrie the one year, and they flagged me for it, bro. So I can't play that intro. I hate that I can't do it, but I always have to like wait till she's done, cause they flagged one of my videos last year. It's too bright. Yeah, I guess that's better. Yeah, Carrie, you know, she's only gotten better with time too. Y'all place any bets? Like fine wine. Yes, sir. What do you say? I got 200. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about it, but like I said, like I really just don't have any pure thought, right, on the direction I want to go in this game. Even just picking like who's gonna win. So I thought about doing like a nickel, but I'm not gonna mess with it, bro. I'm just gonna sit back, watch it, have fun with you guys, and hopefully I'll be amazed. I mean, if I was to put my money on the line, though, I'd have to put my money on Tom. I mean, that's just, you know, it's just you don't put your money, you just don't go against the GOAT, bro. Like, I think it was, if you always bet on Tom, you would win more than what you lost. Like, that was always like the saying. Which is crazy, but that's been the truth over the years. But hey, good luck to you, bro. I hope you get it, for real. All right, guys, so we got 17 likes. We need to get to 25 before kickoff. We need 8 more likes, 8 more thumbs up. So make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up button. We need 8 more to get to 25. Before we get the kickoff here.
Harry Underwood kicks us off. Season 17 of Sunday Night Football begins in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, home of the NFC East champion, Dallas Cowboys, led by their quarterback, Dak Prescott, and tonight facing the best, 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the season premiere of NBC's Sunday Night Football. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa.
Oh yeah, well at least you know you had your bet. You good, bro. Most people don't know how to do that. They just go all in on one team. You gotta hedge your bet. You gotta know what to do to break even at least.
For 11 days. A lot of questions around him. With all that, what are you expecting on the field tonight?
Expect him to be great. I mean, you know, over the years, I've always heard a lot of reasons why Tom Brady won't win the game tonight or be great this season. I go, yeah. But Tom has proven to be a little human off the field, but on the field, he's got his act together.
He's got some new guys blocking for him. So too does Dak Prescott. Let me ask you about Dallas. Won the division last year, lost the wild card game to San Francisco on this field. Chris, are they good enough to be with the elite in the NFC this year?
Let's start with the defense. I think they're going to be really improved on that side of the ball. But last year, the Dallas Cowboys had the #1 offense in all of football.
I think the man Chris Collinsworth is sick.
They've got new wide receivers.
Does not sound good.
Are they going to be able to put that back together? We will have to see. We'll let you know in about 3 hours.
And can they beat Tom Brady? The Dallas Cowboys have never defeated Tom Brady, who makes more history tonight. At age 45, back for season 23. Numbers familiar to another all-time great.
Yo, oldest quarterback to start. That's crazy. This man Tom is just breaking all kind of records. Sunday night football, guys. Let's go. I'm definitely excited to see what Tom's gonna do, and Dak as well, man. Week 1. Set the tone, set the pace. Brett Favre. Yeah, Brett Favre was he was another workhorse, man. I mean, there's so many greats, you know, Drew Brees, John Elway, Dan Marino, like, you know, all them dudes were workhorses, but Tom is just different. The man is just different.
Brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. And by Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
All right, just a couple more minutes here from kickoff as we get to these commercial breaks. I wish Romo would head coach us. That would be interesting. You know, it's funny, like, people always hate on Romo, but Romo knows a lot about the game. Like, that dude is really smart when it comes to football. Like, if anyone's been paying attention to Romo over the last, I don't know, however long he's been commentating for now, this dude, like, knows what's going to happen, I'd say, like, 95% of the time. It's crazy. But commentating and running an offense is definitely two different things. Beastonomics. No, he does. He does. But like I said, like, it's, you know, it's definitely a difference between knowing what's going to happen and, you know, figuring out an offense and a defense as a head coach. It's a different job. Because I mean, you've probably been on some streams where, like, I've predicted certain stuff that was going to happen in games, and it happened. You know, when you've been watching football for long enough, you can kind of do that. But, you know, the coaching gig is totally different. I remember last year, what was it, the championship? I called that, like, crazy Gabe Davis pass for like 60 yards from Allen, and everybody in the chat went crazy. We had like 7,000 people in here. Like, it was insane, absolutely insane. But with that said, guys, we got a couple more minutes until kickoff. We're just getting through the commercial breaks. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button. We need to get to 25 before kickoff, so we need 7 more likes, 7 more thumbs up, and we'll hit that first goal of 25, so it'll be much appreciated. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Fans, to honor America, please stand and join us in singing the national anthem. Presenting tonight's colors and holding the full field American flag, our first responders from across the state of Texas in honor of 9/11 and those that have served in the past, and in gratitude of those who serve our communities today. Performing tonight's anthem, our official anthem trumpeter, Freddie Jones.
Oh no, it's just something about these trumpets a little depressing, to be honest.
Always special to hear the anthem and the added emotion of 9/11 felt by all of us around the country. One more big star to talk about tonight before kickoff. For that, down to the field. And here's Melissa Stark.
Well, Mike, Dak Prescott told us as a kid he despised Tom Brady. He was a Peyton Manning fan. But he said he learned to appreciate Brady and his craft through the years. He added that he is 0-2 against the 45-year-old quarterback and that he wants to get one win before he retires for good. Dak said that he has come into this season feeling the best he has in years. It's the first time he's had a full offseason since 2019. He worked on his arm speed and rotation and said he can do things now that he definitely couldn't do 2 years ago and that he could only try to do last year. One constant for him on the field has been the presence of all-pro left tackle Tyron Smith, but he suffered a serious hamstring injury last month. So the season begins tonight with 21-year-old first-round pick out of Tulsa, Tyler Smith, protecting his blind side. Tyler told me he's jittery, he has butterflies, but that this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
And his head coach hopes so too, Melissa. Year 3 for Mike McCarthy, 6 wins in 2020, 12 in a division title last year. Of course, he won Super Bowl 45 in this building when he was the Packers head coach. Forget TB12, it's TB2. Todd Bowles' second full-time shot as a head coach, 4 years with the Jets. The last 3 years he's been the defensive coordinator here. Brady and the Bucs will wait. They won the toss, deferred to the second half. Dallas will receive Jake Camarda, rookie 4th-round pick out of Georgia, to kick it off. Cavante Turpin, the MVP of the USFL. He had the only 2 return touchdowns of the preseason back together. Towels waving, 90,000
all right, guys. And we're getting ready for kickoff. Dallas gets the ball.
And it's the first look for Turpin. And
he's going to be wrapped up.
Down at the 13-yard line by KJ Britt. And here comes the Dallas offense.
Dak Prescott, Mississippi State. Ezekiel Elliott, the Ohio State University. Tony Pollard, the University of Memphis. CeeDee Lamb, Oklahoma. Noah Brown, Ohio State University.
Dalton Schultz, Stanford.
Tyler Smith, Tulsa.
Connor McGovern, Penn State.
Tyler Biadasz, Wisconsin.
Zach Martin, Notre Dame.
Terrence Steele, Texas Tech.
An experienced wide receiving core will watch the left tackle. Close first pass by Prescott, complete to Dalton Schultz, his tight end.
And Schultz
for a gain
is going to get 7 yards.
So Dak, last year he had the major ankle injury to come back from. He did. Remember how great he was in week 1, the kickoff game down in Tampa? He only missed 1 game last year and set a Cowboys record with the 37 touchdown passes. A little bit of a scare this week with that ankle and foot. He felt some pain, left practice Thursday, went back to his new cleats to his old cleats. Looked good Friday when we saw him, and everything was okay yesterday.
Here we go.
Gain 8 on first down. Here's the first carry for Zeke.
And Zeke's going to get the first down.
To the 27-yard line with Levante David on the tackle.
This is going to be the question. Can they attack the interior here? Last year when these 2 teams got together in Tampa, the Dallas Cowboys really didn't even try to run the football. They saw some of those big bare fronts in front of them, just drop back through the football. Dallas
Collinsworth sounds horrible right now.
The 28, Tony Pollard coming around.
Pollard, little trickery. And they're going to lose some yards on that.
But it's going to be a loss
8 yards.
7 yards on that one. So Tampa was ready, and Joe Tryon Shoyinka, the second-year man, is the one with his speed who snuffed it out.
Yeah, one of the things that they're going to try and do, the Cowboys, tonight, is they're going to try to get Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott on the field together. Maybe a few of those kind of trick plays just like that. Kellen Moore scheming one up early on this one.
Hey, let's celebrate. You feel fine.
I feel great.
You feel fine. It's just 2 games, 3 days, red eyes, a bunch of travel. My man's playing hurt. That's a slant that is
Big
caught
catch.
by Dennis Houston.
And they get a lot of those yards back. Pass to Houston for 11 yards.
This Cowboy team, there's no Amari Cooper. He was traded to Cleveland. James Washington is injured. Michael Gallup's injured. So this guy's going to get an opportunity.
It's almost stunning, isn't it, when you think about the history of the Cowboys and all the receivers and even the receivers they had a season ago, to see a young guy like Dennis Houston, a college free agent, come out and earn a starting spot on this Cowboys squad.
This is 3rd and 7.
Dak with a nice throw.
It's got to be CD Lamb.
And Lamb's going to catch that.
First down to the 47-yard line.
Levante David so good inside and playing some of those coverages, but CD just a little bit better, snuck in behind him.
Cowboys going fast. Talks to Zeke. Elliott, good gain to the Tampa side of midfield and the 47-yard line. So the Cowboys, no surprise when we talk to Mike McCarthy, they're going to sprinkle in some tempo here tonight.
Yeah, you just wonder how good can Ezekiel Elliott be this year. He got off to the great start last year, but then had the knee injury and really never fully recovered. But this is a big, big year for Ezekiel Elliott. A lot of decisions have to be made after this year.
He is from the 47.
And another good run.
To the 42-yard line against this Tampa Bay defense.
Akeem Hicks, University of Virginia.
Peter Vale, UW.
William Golston, Detroit Southeastern.
Joe Tryon, Washington.
Devin White, Gillies Stables, LSU.
Levante David, Fort Scott Community College. Shaquille Barrett, Colorado State.
Jamel Dean, Auburn.
Antoine Winfield Jr., Minnesota.
Mike Edwards, Kentucky.
Carlton Davis, Auburn.
So that back end for Tampa Bay, they've moved a couple of guys around. We're looking at
It was an
the
injury for
Connor McGovern,
Dallas.
athletic training
McGovern.
Staff checking on McGovern, the 3rd-round pick in 2019. In there is Connor Williams, who's gone in free agency to Miami. And you see he got rolled up on as they were trying to clear a path for Ezekiel Elliott.
I tell you, the one thing the Dallas Cowboys do not need are injuries on that offensive line. They are fairly thin there anyway. Tyler Smith, you talked about, is going to be tested playing that left tackle position. And now on the opening drive, Connor McGovern going off.
So Matt Farniak is the backup on the inside for the Cowboys, a 7th-round pick who played offensive snaps in just 3 games last year. So he'll line up next to Tyler Smith. So very, very inexperienced on that Cowboys left side of the line as McGovern looks to be in a bunch of pain as the athletic training staff takes him off.
We're seeing the 2 young tight ends, Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot, for the Cowboys, playing quite a bit here early as well, now spreading out.
Dallas has emptied it with 3 tight
Dak in the
ends.
shotgun.
And Pollard out wide to the right.
Quick throw in the middle, and that's going to be incomplete.
Fans look for a flag. There is none. Carlton Davis III on the coverage.
Carlton Davis is something else on the back end. He's the one that got paid. This whole group sort of came in about the same time. Jamel Dean, Sean Murphy Bunting, Antoine Winfield, just a couple of years in the league now, but they are very good, and they should be able to match up with these Cowboys receivers.
A lot of talk of this in the offseason. Will we see Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard together? Here they are now. And here is Elliott moving inside to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of about 3. We're going to have 3rd and a long 7 coming up on this opening Dallas drive.
And so much of the power running game of the Dallas Cowboys over the last few years would come to that right side. La'el Collins there, Zach Martin over there. And it really gave them a chance to get some punch and establish a running game. Now we have to see, is it the same with Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, and no Connor Williams, no La'el Collins.
And McGovern, who was injured on this opening drive, went right to the Cowboy locker room. Officially 3rd and 8 for Prescott.
It's going to be a catch for Brown for 9 yards. First down.
So in the wide receiving corps, there are 5 active. The second most experienced is the 60-year man Brown out of Ohio State.
He's the guy that they say does everything right. Everything you'd want a Dallas Cowboy to be. It is Noah Brown. You need somebody to block, he'll block. You need somebody to catch a key pass. He can do that. Big, tough, physical. Not the fastest guy in the world, but somebody who will make plays. Big play there.
Yeah, he sounds bad, man. Like it's weird.
Fakes the pitch back to Zeke.
And
chased down from behind. He tried to get
Holland's
away,
going to
but could
lose
not
a
locate
yard.
Hall. That's the second-round pick for the Buccaneers out of Houston. Chased him down, and Tampa has seen a lot to like out of Hall in camp this year.
Sure have, and they got away from Zach Martin, who is unquestionably the Dallas Cowboys' best up front there. So quite a few little tricks of the trade coming out early for the Dallas Cowboys, but really it has been Dak Prescott when he was throwing the ball when they looked the sharpest.
Second and 11, that's high and incomplete.
And it's going to be an incomplete, trying to get the screen going, leading to a 3rd and 11.
Couldn't get the space to complete it. We'll have 3rd down coming up here.
Yeah, one of the problems you have when you're playing against this Buccaneers team, number 31 right there, Antoine Winfield, just one of the absolute best safeties, one of the best absolute football players in the National Football League. He smelled that out, jumped to the outside, and gave it nowhere to happen.
That won't show up as a lot for Winfield, but he disrupted everything on that play. 3rd and 11.
And Dak's under pressure, quick pass, that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be a 3 and out
The good linebacker Levante David, the longest tenured
for the
Buccaneer,
Cowboys.
will force a long field goal attempt for Dallas.
All right, we're going to get this matchup. Shaq Barrett, the best for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out there on the outside against Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith hanging on so far. When we haven't mentioned his name, you knew that had to be a good sign.
He held up on that drive. Brett Maher was the Dallas kicker in 2018 and 2019. Last year he was with the Saints. Back with Dallas, this one a 51-yarder.
And field goal is good for the Cowboys.
Knocks it through.
And that's going to be your score.
6 minutes.
3, Cowboys 0.
A field goal for the Cowboys. They're on
Buccaneers.
The TB12
As we head to a quick commercial break. Buccaneers, we get in the ball, and we'll get to see what Tom's going to do. With that said, guys, we got 30 viewers, 23 likes. Let's try to get to 30 likes. We just need 7 more likes, 7 more thumbs up. So make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. So we can get to that goal of 30 likes, 30 thumbs up. As far as votes go, we've got 38 votes, 53% for the Buccaneers, 47% for the Cowboys. For the win, 53% for the Buccaneers. Yeah, Collinsworth, he doesn't sound too good. I mean, I know they tried to say like he wasn't sick and all that kind of stuff, but he does not sound good. That's for sure. But I guess we'll just have to rock with it. As we get through this commercial break, let's see. So your Monday Night Football is going to be Broncos versus Seahawks tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting one. You've got Russell Wilson going against his old squad. See how that one plays out. What up, Serious Biz? Long time no see, yo. Yo. Serious Viz always come through with the jokes.
Cowboys training facility, and Tyler Smith is part of the Friday Night Lights scene, not too far from here in Fort Worth. The left tackle held up on that opening drive.
Yeah, it's going to be a touchback.
Brady will come out at the 25. Here's the entirety of the Tampa offense.
Tom Brady, Michigan. Leonard Fournette, LSU. Mike Evans, Texas A&M. Julio Jones, Alabama. Chris Godwin.
Julio Jones.
Cameron Brate, Harvard.
Interested to see how him and Tom links up.
Penn State.
Luke Goedeke, Central Michigan.
Robert Hainsey, Notre Dame. Shaq Mason, Georgia Tech. Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, definitely serious. Good to see you too, bro.
And the receivers healthy for Tom Brady. That's part of the story. Julio Jones, Chris Godwin in the lineup. It's a false start on Cameron Brate, the tight end.
Oof.
And a penalty to start this drive for the Buccaneers. Ron Torbert is our referee.
So Collinsworth is hungover.
We watched Brady as he warmed up, and we were down at Tampa in watching practice last week. Chris, 45, arm looks 25.
He just slings it.
Leonard Fournette, the
All right, here we go.
First and 15.
Tom, quick pass.
Mike Evans taking off.
My goodness.
With a first down to the 40.
Nice first play. Godwin for 24 yards.
First down. So right away they get it to the man who injured his ACL on a Sunday night in Week 15, and Godwin picks up 25 yards.
All right, I'm not cheering for anybody. I'm just telling you, I'm so happy to see Chris Godwin be able to do this. Coming off of that knee injury, we were there that night with the Saints. It was horrible, and for him to come all the way back, and what a great plan. Just get the ball in his hands, let him get hit once, and now he's in the football game.
On that side with Evans, Godwin has not been hit. Didn't play in the preseason.
Quick run to Fournette. He's going to get 2 yards.
For 2 yards as he is stopped by Dorrance Armstrong. So the Brady numbers, look, every number you put up for Tom Brady is out of this world. Well, in season 22, that's what he did. Led the NFL in yards and touchdown passes. Of course, when he walked off the field in Tampa, he had just led them in an incredible comeback in the playoff game against the Rams, and then Stafford and the Rams went down the field, got the game-winning field goal, and then all the offseason drama started. But on the field, he left.
Play action. Tom Brady, deep pass. That's going to be a catch to Evans.
4-yard line. First down to Mike Evans. Brady 2 for 2.
I tell you what, Mike, having Julio Jones running clear routes for you is a heck of a thing. Now you come in here, and yeah, you're going to get some space out there. That's Julio Jones. And so those two big guys working together down the field, you just are so excited about what the possibilities could be for this football team.
Julio, who was in Tennessee last year, looks fabulous. They're raving about him in camp. Fournette with a lead blocker to the left.
Fournette still on his feet, running hard. Another 8-yard run.
27-yard line against this Cowboys defense.
DeMarcus Lawrence, Butler Community College. Quentin Bohanna, Kentucky. Oso Digizua, UCLA. Dorrance Armstrong, Kansas.
Micah Parsons, Penn State.
Lake Van Der Esch, Boise State.
Anthony Brown, Purdue. Jaron Kearse, Clemson. Donovan Wilson, Texas A&M.
Malik Hooker, The Ohio State University. Trayvon Diggs, Bama.
Diggs led the league in picks. This team led the league in turnovers forced a year ago.
Another run to Fournette. He's going to get
this time Dallas is waiting
stopped.
For him. A yard, maybe 2. Well, a third down coming up.
Leading to a 3rd and 1.
Jaron Kearse stopped the big man Fournette.
A couple of changes on the Tampa Bay offensive line as well. Luke Goedeke, he is the rookie in there along with Robert Hainsey. We need another 30 minutes, I think, to tell you about all the different injuries and free agents. And just take it, last year was Ali Marpet and Alex Kappa playing the guard positions.
Yeah, me too, Sirius. It's good to be back, bro.
Multiple injuries after that and replacements.
It'll be 3rd and 1 out of the gun. Fournette runs to the right. And
Fournette gets stopped.
Marcus Lawrence He is healthy, and that will be huge on that Dallas front. Brady walks towards the sideline, and the field goal unit is coming up.
Well, it's going to lead to a field goal here.
DeMarcus Lawrence, watch this play inside, just one-on-one against Shaq Mason, a very good run blocker, but simply too quick. You're going to see Lawrence playing inside over those guards on multiple occasions in this game, and I don't know who's going to handle him.
Ryan Suckup's out there. Dallas took a quick count, had 12 on the field, just ran a man off. Too many men on the field would have been a first down. Suckup from 44.
And Suckup gets it off.
And he matches the Maher field goal.
Tie ball game. Threes.
Three apiece.
Three apiece. Buccaneers, Cowboys. Interesting start. Both Dak and Tom don't look too bad. That was a good stop for the Cowboys defense. All right, so we're in a commercial break, guys. We got 27 viewers, 25 likes. Let's try to get that up to 30 if possible. We need 5 more likes, 5 more thumbs up. Try to get to 30. Push past this 25. Be much appreciated. Thanks for the support. So we get to this commercial break. We've got 41 votes now. 54% says the Buccaneers going to take it. 46% for the Cowboys. 26 likes. We just need 4 more, guys. 4 more. We'll hit that 30 mark. So make sure you're still smashing that like, that thumbs up. Much appreciated. Going, thanks for the stream. No real TV or nothing here. Just a phone and a homie with the stream. Man, that's what I do it for, yo. For real. Definitely glad, glad you're here and that I could, provide this for y'all. Been doing this for a little while, and you have no idea how many times someone in the comments has said, hey, I'm in the airport and I can't watch the game, but I'm listening to your stream, so I do it for y'all. So thanks for being here.
One of the very close to the heart projects of Gene Jones, Jerry's wife. You walk around this stadium and you see so much fine and beautiful art. It's just part of this still state-of-the-art stadium. Nothing like coming here for a game.
I love that we showed Gene before Jerry.
There you go.
That's strong.
That's good.
And deserved.
Drive 2 here for the Dallas Cowboys. So Dak Prescott's familiar. Zeke Elliott's familiar. There are a lot of different people touching the ball who you may not know. Dalton Schultz has been here a bit. CeeDee Lamb is his 3rd year. Noah Brown, a veteran.
Fat Cat, you think you got one more year?
That's it. 5 other guys. 4 of them are making their debut. None of them catching passes before tonight. So it's a very inexperienced pass-catching crew for Prescott. Drive start from the 25, and Elliott.
And Zeke is going to run for about 8 yards.
Try and Shoyinka hit him, but Zeke kept going. Good first down gain of 7 for Elliott.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. They're coming out and insisting on running the football, bringing both tight ends to one side, bringing Noah Brown across the formation, almost like a lead fullback in there, and establishing this running game. In the game between these two a season ago, they never really did.
Look at that futuristic helmet Zeke has changed to. It's a sleek look. 2nd and 3, and we get a whistle.
It's going to be a flag for a false start here.
Shoyinka, number 9 for the Bucks, pointing the Cowboys' way.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
It's on Terrence Steele. He's the right tackle for Mike McCarthy, and we should point out Connor McGovern, who went right to the locker room in that first drive. They say right ankle injury. His return questionable.
I tell you, I don't know where the Cowboys would be, though, without Terrence Steele, a guy that started 27 games over the last couple of years as an undrafted guy.
27. Deep drop by Prescott.
Pass, and that's going to be almost intercepted. Wow.
Jamel Dean almost got the pick, but the 11th-year man from Nebraska, Levante David, dropping back, tipped it up.
Just a two-man route, and they're leaving people in to block. They do not want the Buccaneers defense to get after Dak Prescott, get him settled early on. But I tell you, these guys are so good. Levante David has such a great feel for how to play those zone defenses.
Making his 150th start here tonight. 3rd and 8 now.
And Dak is on the run. He's just going to throw it down.
It is ruled incomplete.
It's going to be
and the arm
incomplete.
going forward, ruled incomplete. Try to get it
So
in
it's
the
going to be another
direction of
3 and
Dalton
out.
Schultz. It'll be 4th down. The
And
Cowboys,
this time they're going to punt.
after a good first down gain, are going to have to punch it away.
Yeah, that's Akeem Hicks coming in. You'll remember that name from the Chicago Bears. And if Akeem Hicks is healthy, this is going to be a dynamite bunch in the front end. Joe Tryon, Shoyinka already a play, and now Akeem Hicks.
We're effusive in their praise of Hicks.
4:03. The clock will start on the snap.
In 2018, he had a year that you just don't forget. We did a couple of their games. I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt like I was announcing his name every single play. It's like watching Aaron Donald.
Jared Ron Torbert getting the clock straightened out after the incompletion. There is the former Chicago Bear Hicks.
If Hicks and Julio Jones play this year, right, those would be 2 big ones.
Brian Anger kicks. Jalen Darden back deep to receive. Darden's going to reel it in back to the 21. Nice
Darden, nice catch. Going to get a few yards out of the return.
And Tampa will take over at the 31. Brady comes on the field for drive number 2. Here he was coming on the field for the first time. That vintage Tom Brady reaction. Locked back in. Season 20.
So it's going to lead us to a quick commercial break. And we've got 27 likes, guys. We need 3 more. 3 more to hit that 30 mark while we're on this quick commercial break. So make sure you're still smashing that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. 3 more. 3 more likes gets us to that 30. Your score is 3-3, tie ball game. Tom Brady has the ball in his hand now. And see what he does this series. 3:53 left in the first. These commercials are super long. Yeah, I would like to see that, right? Russell just comes out and hands it to them Seahawks. That'd be pretty cool to see. Unlike Baker, who couldn't do ish earlier. Terrible.
From us here. Over the Cowboys. Tom Brady, drive 2. A couple of 20-yard completions on that opening drive. Here the Bucs take over at their own 31. And Rashad White, the rookie out of Arizona State, who they have liked a lot here in camp, in the backfield.
They throw, and that's going to be a catch. Evans for 19 yards.
Midfield, a gain of 19.
Yeah, so many times teams like the Dallas Cowboys who like to play that single high safety, it basically forces
200
the
points, bro.
to work the outside part of the field, all those one-on-one routes. And Tom said, okay, you know, I mean, that's really the amazing part about it. You look at a guy who's 45 years old, and you're okay throwing 18-yard comeback routes.
Midfield's out quick. Julio Jones, a Buccaneer.
Julio's going to get 7 yards.
A gain of 8. We talked to him last night, and he said it was really simple. Tom Brady hit me up on Instagram. We started talking. He was interested in where I was going, want to get back in after the year in Tennessee with all the time he spent in Atlanta. More conversation. He ends up with the Bucs. He starts doing the TB12 stuff. He looks great and feels terrific.
Yeah, Tom sold him softly, but at the end told him, we got to find a way to play together. Yeah.
The payoff line game, right?
Fournette on the run, first down, and Moore still on his feet.
25-yard line. Micah Parsons had to come get him.
And gets to the 25.
16 yards, and Shaq Mason was leading the way.
Here we go, a little old school New England Patriots. Let's get Shaq Mason out in front of this thing, and sometimes Leonard Fournette at 245 pounds just looks like a tank coming downfield, doesn't he? How'd you like to be a 195-pound defensive back and go, okay, I'm getting paid to do this, let me give it a shot?
There's Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny a couple of years ago. People wondered,
oh,
did he come
yeah,
in not ready
she
for
had
the season? Was he a little
she
out
had
of shape?
squad, bro.
He worked himself in shape.
Sanders, Swift, and Saquon, and Jefferson.
So far. Backfield is empty. And Brady
Big pass down the middle, and that's going to be incomplete to Evans.
Back there, and Jordan Lewis covering underneath. It'll be second down. First incompletion of the night for Tom. All right, so it's Brady going up against this guy. Dan Quinn, who as a head coach in Atlanta saw Brady in the Super Bowl, had him 28-3, and you know the rest of the story from there. Year 2 for Quinn as the defensive coordinator with the Cowboys.
Let's see if we get a little Trayvon Diggs one-on-one with Evans.
Second and 10 on the ground.
Fournette's going to get about 5 yards.
Leonard plows his way for 4. Third down coming up.
Mike Evans over the years has proven to be one of the top deep receivers in all of football. Trayvon Diggs was incredible last year. 11 interceptions, but also gave up the most yards passing of any defensive back. So boom or bust, and at some point they're going to accept that challenge. One-on-one right now at the bottom of the screen.
Micah Parsons out there with Fournette. 3rd and 5. Cowboys bring
Quick slant, and that's going to be incomplete to Julio. And it's going to lead to a 4th and 5 field goal.
Another field goal attempt coming for the Buccaneers.
Perfect coverage by Anthony Brown on the outside. This is no easy task because Julio Jones is running like Julio Jones again. And I think that Tom Brady just looked at that and said, too close. That one may have squirreled out of his hand just a bit, too.
Second one for Suckup. He was good from 44. This is going to be a 38-yarder. Out of the rookie, Jake Camarda's hole.
And the field goal is good, putting Tampa Bay up by 3.
2 for 2 on these first
And
two
that's
drives.
going to be your score. 6 Tampa Bay, 3 Cowboys.
6 points for Tampa Bay.
As we take a quick commercial break. USS Enterprise, what up? Yeah, Tampa Bay's leading by 3. It's been a really interesting game, offense-wise. Defense is on both sides stepping it up. Why are they re-releasing Avatar? Wasn't like 2 supposed to come out or something? It's like Avatar's coming back in theaters. Why? They did the same thing for like Spider-Man too, right? William Pace, Fournette is a problem. Yeah, Fournette is... He's always been a problem though. He's say he's looking like more refined. I think he's a mix between, I would say, like Barry Sanders and like Emmitt Smith, because he's got like the size and he's real shifty. All right, guys, so we got 28 likes. Let's try to get that up to 40 if possible. We need 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up. And let's try to get that up to 40. So make sure you're still smashing that thumbs up button. It's much appreciated. Thanks for the support. Just need 12 more likes gets us to that 40 mark as we get to this commercial break.
Spectacular finishes. Turpin going to bring this one out from a couple deep. Weave his way through.
Stay on his feet. He's going to make it to about...
As Turpin brought it out to the 28-yard
28,
line.
there is a flag down.
Field for Prescott and the Cowboys.
William Pace, I'm up in the air, man.
During the return, holding by the receiving team.
And that's going to come back for Dallas.
Penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, well, I don't even.
Dak Prescott.
I'm not really rooting for anybody in this game.
It's getting old.
It's about even for me.
In fact, it's 2016. Here's the draft. Some of these guys are still in the league, right? But Dak is the only one who's still with the team that drafted him. He's taken in the 4th round by the Cowboys that year. He's been here for a while. Look how long. Longest tenured with one team. Aaron Rodgers, 18 in Green Bay. Derek Carr, 9 with the Raiders. And now Prescott in year 7 with the Cowboys. First down, inside run, only a couple yards for Tony Pollard. And Chris, when we talked to Dak about that, he's age 29, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm the old guy here.
Yeah, he said everything, but look at these young whippersnappers out here, you know? I mean, it really was. I'm like, come on, dude, you're not that old. But he was talking about the video games. He goes, I play video games, but they're gamers. They're like professionals at the thing. Little psychology he used to study in school. He's using on him now, but he's having fun.
After the gain of 1, Prescott in tight spaces.
And
with
that's
Dalton
going to be a
Schultz,
catch
the tight
for
end.
Schultz.
He gets it out to
For
the
6
16-yard
yards.
line, and that should bring us to the end of this first quarter. Tampa Bay field goals in their 2 possessions. Dallas a field goal and a punt. They'll line up here with 4 to go. We'll see if they try to get one in or not. If they do not, we will go to the second quarter. After 1 here in Arlington, Buccaneers 6, Cowboys 3, and Sunday Night Football continues.
All right, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score is 6 Buccaneers, 3 Cowboys, heading into the second. And we are on a quick commercial break. Coming back over to our votes, we've got 50 votes, 58% for the Buccaneers, 42% for the Cowboys out of 50 votes. As we get through this commercial break, we've got 31 likes now. Trying to still get to that goal of 40. So make sure you're still smashing that like, that thumbs up button. And we just need 9 more. 9 more gets us to that 40 mark.
Coach, let's talk about the offensive line. Already inexperienced, and then you've got now the injury to Connor McGovern. What do you do offensively?
I mean, we just got to keep playing. Obviously, we're young on the left side, but I think our guys will be fine.
What about defensively? You've held Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to just 2 field goals. What do you want to see going forward?
Well, I mean, they've hit us on a couple of plays and pass, but the pace of the game's picking up. We just got to stay after it.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you.
And Melissa, thank you. Appreciate Mike McCarthy stopping. There's McGovern, who injured his right ankle. He's out on the sideline, doesn't have his helmet. It's 3rd and 4. Pressure picked up.
Prescott, quick throw, and that's going to be incomplete.
Carlton Davis back
4th and 4, 3 and out.
Cowboys been stopped the last couple of drives, back-to-back 3 and outs.
CeeDee Lamb just simply has to make this play right here. Good job by Dak Prescott. They got the blitz.
Yeah, you got to catch that.
After him.
Ball's in your hand.
Nicely that time by Tony Pollard. Just have to make that catch. He's their best. There's no question. He's got to be the guy. There's nobody left.
He's in the 88 club with all the great Cowboy receivers of the past. A lot of pressure on him. Hanger hangs it. Good kick, 54 yards. Jalen Darton from the 30.
Darton is going to get a few yards out of the return.
Well covered by CJ Goodwin.
And he's going to get to
Tom
the
Brady
39.
walked off the field in Tampa after the loss to the Rams, and a few days later, everybody's shocked. Social media, he announced his retirement, and it lasted, as you've heard, for 40 days. Back on social media to say, "I'm coming back." That happens, and then a couple weeks later, new head coach Bruce Arians out, retires. Todd Bowles back in. And then August the 11th, the 11 days when Brady took the personal leave from the Buccaneers, missed the work in the scrimmages and then the preseason game against Miami, came back and played the game against Tennessee, the last preseason game, 1 drop. Hands here to Leonard Fournette, who takes it out.
And Fournette's going to get a run for about 6 yards.
And you've heard from Brady about a lot
Jay
of stuff
Yana,
going on.
yeah, I did end up
in his
making it for
life,
that game.
The football was
no
the
problem,
other part
yo.
of that story.
I'm
We
pretty,
visited with him last night.
I'm pretty
We get
chill.
into the personal
Some
stuff,
people like
but
it, some
the
people
football
don't.
stuff,
But
he
hey,
talked about, Chris, this
it's me.
desire and resolve to come
If something
back
goes
and
crazy,
have
I'll
one
give
more
you a
shot
little
at the football.
Yeah,
you know.
I think the 40
But I'm not all
days
yelling and
was
screaming
plenty
into the
enough
mic.
time for him to
Y'all don't want to
realize
hear that. Y'all want to hear
that's
the
who
game.
he is. That's what he wants to do. He talked about how much he just loved to practice, like a pro golfer hitting golf balls or something. He really was, Mike. I thought it was amazing how much somebody who'd been playing as long as he'd been playing, he just missed it in his gut. You could tell he was almost sad. He almost got a little choked up talking about it.
He was emotional. You have done 40 Brady games, so all the production meetings. I've done a bunch over the years. When we talked to him last night, when he started talking about being away from football, he went through all the great quarterbacks he's gone up against, all the great defensive players, all the great receivers he had. And he was getting emotional thinking about the window of the past and where he's going.
That's a nice run for the first down, Julio Jones.
And picks up the first down at the 48-yard line of the Cowboys.
Nathan Lund, thanks a lot for being here, man.
Clear. I am back, and I cannot wait to play with this group, especially the receivers.
Yeah, especially this guy right here. I mean, Julio Jones, we went to practice the other day, and both of us kind of looked at each other and we were like, wait, that's Julio Jones. That really looks like Julio Jones again. He did not look like himself the last couple of years.
All-time leading receiver in Atlanta Falcons history, and then a career low in games last year in Tennessee. First down for the 47. They've been on the ground this drive at Fournette. Hounds it forward. Pickup of 3 for Leonard, who has carried 9 times already in this first half. And Chris, that's one of the things that was talked about. Of course, we have Brady and all these wide receivers, but this Buccaneers team wants to be a better running team this year.
Yeah, no question about it. You want to take a little bit of the pressure off of that guy, but at the end of it, it's going to come down to number 12. Come on.
So I shouldn't have bought all that stuff, huh?
No.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. 2nd and 7, Cowboys bring some heat.
Brady, deep throw. That's going to be a catch to Jones for another first down.
Powerful receiver in his heyday. Few finished like Julio. First down for the Bucs at the Dallas 32.
Cowboys changing up a little bit here. They're going to use Micah Parsons now as part of that 5-man line and just get him one-on-one. I'm not sure I would choose that guy. It looked like when he lined up against Tristan Wirfs. But they're going to try to apply a little pressure, but nobody knows better than Tom Brady how to play that. That's get the ball out of your hand quickly and neutralize somebody like Micah Parsons.
Fournette again, pulled down. Osa Odigizua, second-year man out of UCLA, all over that for this Dallas defense. Boy, Chris, you want to talk about homegrown. You start looking at the Cowboys defense, most of the guys who play, they drafted. They've really built through the draft quite well.
Yeah, I really like to watch them play. They are an aggressive bunch. They hustle. Sometimes they'll run themselves out of a play and give up a big run, but their goal is to do exactly what they did there. Make it second and long, and now go get the quarterback.
Tom, quick pass to Fournette, and he's going to trip up, but still get about 8 yards.
Just scooted past him to the 24-yard line.
It's interesting talking to Micah Parsons. You know, we all think, man, it's amazing. This guy went from stand-up linebacker to outside edge rusher, and he straightened us up pretty quickly. He's like, hey, in high school, I started out as an edge rusher. They moved me to linebacker, so I'm just going back to where I started.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Unanimous Defensive Rookie of the Year last year out of Penn State. Second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting as well. 3rd and 2, Cowboys have come up with a few stops. Fournette on the edge. Great block from Smith.
Fournette, first down and more.
First down for the Buccaneers. Donovan Smith took care of that edge, and the Bucs are in the red zone.
Yeah, this pin and pull stuff really works. You bring these receivers down, something like the Rams, and pull out around. You end up with one of your offensive linemen outside blocking a cornerback, and it's just not fair. If you're willing to take the chance on that little flip 90 play, sometimes it can pay off big.
Buccaneers have it at the 13-yard line. Evans and Godwin to the bottom of the screen. And now the run for Rashad White, his first carry, and he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Quentin Bohanna among those in there. So they run it. Now if they throw it in the red zone, usually things work out pretty well for Tom. Over the years, his red zone number is great. Since 2020, exceptional.
58-0.
Hey, don't forget the 5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
give the man credit. 2nd and 10. Brady looking left, down.
And that's going to be Godwin grabbing about 5 yards. Dean Schultz, what's going on, man?
No flag on that play.
See you in a while.
He's going to be out of his mind. He switches sides, and he's going to say, how did I miss Tom Brady, this 45-year-old guy? Right around, I got him. But Tom Brady, the difference in Tom Brady and so many quarterbacks, he doesn't have speed, but he is brilliant inside that pocket with the way that he moves around and manipulates the defense.
Julio Jones will be at the bottom of the screen. Evans and Godwin at the top. 3rd and 5.
Brady, it gets taken down. And he didn't have any time to react. 4th and 15.
13 sacks last year and gets one there, and a Buccaneer is injured on that play, and it's Donovan Smith, the left tackle.
Watch this move. Back inside. You set him up with the outside move. You win there. You get Donovan Smith going hard to try and catch up to Micah Parsons. That's why he was Rookie of the Year right there. What a move.
Had 3 multi-sack games last year at age 23. Only in year 2. That guy's become the defensive leader of this Dallas team. The big play there. Concern for Tampa is Brady's left tackle, Donovan Smith, another Penn State guy.
So Donovan Smith is still down. And we're probably going to head to a quick commercial break.
The first ever all-electric.
Because of the injury timeout. Coming back to our votes, we've got 55 votes, 56% still say the Buccaneers are going to take this, 44% for the Cowboys. We're at 33 likes, guys. Sorry, 34 now. We're still trying to get to that 40 mark. So make sure you're still smashing that that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. We just need 6 more likes, 6 more thumbs up gets us to that 40 mark. As we get to this commercial break.
Donovan Smith, that's what the athletic training staff of the Buccaneers has been looking at during the timeout. There's Smith as he got hit. He was being pinballed around. Osa Odigizua hits him as Parsons was bringing down Brady. And Smith gets checked out. So that was 3rd down. Got a field goal attempt coming up. 3rd one for Ryan Suckup. Good from 44 and 38, and this is 36.
Field goal is missed. Wide left.
Go straight on, not on either hash, and Suckup
wow.
It to the left, a 36-yard miss. Only missed 1 inside of 40 last year.
Perfect execution of everything. Except.
It's no bueno.
This Cowboys defense has stopped Tampa a couple of times on these drives.
Or is the fix in?
Field goals, and it could be worse, but
is the fix already in?
Good last year.
Because that's crazy.
Played by that man Parsons, and he gets Dak Prescott and the Cowboys the ball back at their 26-yard line. So Dallas has gone 3 and out on back-to-back drives. 20! Elliott is the back. Fake to Zeke.
Deep pass, and that's going to be a catch to Lamb. 1st down and more.
Gets him over at the sideline, right around the 45-yard line. Now the conversation on the flag. As Smith heads back for further examination.
Pass interference. Offense number 88.
Ooh, it's coming back.
All right, take a peek at what CD did.
Here we go, right out here, working against Antoine Winfield, who is playing a little bit more down in the slot now. I don't know, just one huge forearm to the head. I didn't really see anything.
That's okay.
It was when I played, but
I didn't catch that new point emphasis in the league rules this year. Okay,
that's a good call.
Nah, I didn't see it, bro.
Look, just because you're playing hurt, losing your voice, doesn't mean you can't still be funny. Elliott with a run of 5.5 yards. So I can throw all the barbs at you tonight, and you can't really fire back, right?
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Todd Bowles is still calling the defense. We showed you that Brady timeline earlier. Bowles was hired March 30th. He said, it's a little late. I'm going to keep calling the defense. Hard to bring somebody else in at this point. Dennis
And the
Houston.
quick pass is going to lead to 3rd and 10.
Free agent makes his second catch as the Cowboys have jumped into some tempo here on this drive.
Yeah, one of the things that the Bucs are doing this time around that they didn't do in the game last year is they're trying to squeeze that space. They don't want to give them so much distance for those short, quick throws. Of course, now back off a little bit on 3rd and 10.
The 26-yard line, the Bucs bring 4. Prescott
Back under pressure, passes, and that's picked off. Antoine Winfield with the pick.
Stays in bounds. Lost a couple of yards along the way. But the guy who makes that back end go for the Buccaneers.
And the defense steps up for the Buccaneers.
Winfield got it, but there would have been one of 2 different people intercept this pass. Just a terrible decision this time by Dak. Both of them in position. I think that was Carlton Davis as well, right behind him. Tried to fit it into the hole there on the bootleg play. And with that kind of zone defense, you have to be aware that there's pressure outside and inside. So huge, huge play now for Tampa Bay.
When we say second generation, as many of you know,
That's crazy, Immortal. I didn't know that, bro.
A terrific defensive player. Mike McCarthy went up against him when Winfield Sr. was with Minnesota. McCarthy was with Green Bay. And this young man continues to emerge for the Bucs. The 23, it's handed up to Julio Jones.
Julio Jones on the run, gets around the bend, first down.
13-yard line will pick up a Tampa Bay first down. So Julio being used a lot here. Gain of 12 on the ground there.
You're starting to see the rookie tight ends now for Tampa Bay. Both of them over here setting up the blocks. Good athletic guys. Cokeet and Cade Otten. And that is some play. And I am just enjoying watching Julio Jones play again. This is Julio Jones again.
The 11,
Fournette, nice cut.
Puts his shoulder down and gains 6 to the
6-yard run.
Anthony Brown for a ride.
I'll tell you, I can remember Leonard Fournette back in the days, right? LSU and some of those big runs that he had. I thought he was the greatest running back I ever saw when I was watching him in college.
Wait, didn't you go see him in a bowl game when LSU played Notre Dame, and you were just like wowed by that, right?
It was pretty amazing.
Just like Zeke, he's the 4th overall pick of the draft. They were the number 4 guy back-to-back years.
Let's keep our eyes now on Josh Wells and how he's holding up over there at that left tackle position.
As Donovan Smith is getting x-rays on that arm now. 2nd and 4, Fournette.
And Fournette gets wrapped up for about a yard.
Needed a yard or 2 in short yardage. So far, Grace, that Dallas defensive front has been stout. And we got another 3rd down coming up here.
Well, what you see that time is Ozo Digizua. These guys never stay in the same position. I mean, you've watched them. They just fly around every stunt, every loop, every possibility. It's really hard to figure out where they're going to be, and you're going to see more of it right here.
Also new to this receiving corps is Russell Gage. He's at the top of the screen with Julio Jones. 3 for the first down, 4 for the touchdown. Parsons.
Brady gets sacked again.
2 sacks for Micah Parsons.
4th and 10.
Balls
Wow.
on 3rd downs.
And Tom Brady is aggravated.
Great decision that time by Dan Quinn. You come in with your second team tackle. Let's put our best against him, and here we go. Parsons just right around him, no contest. And for Tom Brady, when you start getting that kind of pressure off the blind side, you are thinking about it, especially on opening day.
That's 2. Micah's meter is running from 29. Suck-up just missed from 36.
And that field goal is good. And the score is 9. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2, 3 Dallas Cowboys. And we're going to head into a quick commercial break. Interesting game so far. Field goals. No touchdowns. Over and under is 50. Yep. And from the looks of it, it's definitely going to be an under game. 4 field goals, which, I mean, it should have been 5 field goals, but you know the rest. All right, as we're on this commercial break, guys, we got 43 viewers, 39 likes. Let's try to push that to 50 now. 50 is our next big goal. We just need 11 more likes, 11 more thumbs up, and we'll hit that 50 mark. So make sure you're still smashing that thumbs up button. It's much appreciated. Thanks for the support. C Mustard, what up? As we get to this commercial break, score is 9-3. Oh, C Mustard, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for the support, for real.
Peacock's got the biggest live sport. Back in Big D, Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Dayton Strippin will take it from the 3. And the USFL MVP thrown down at the 24-yard line.
All right, let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Skycam and focus in on Tyler Smith, that rookie left tackle. Spent all of training camp playing left guard. Tyron Smith got hurt. He had to go out on short notice and a bad ankle. And so far in this one, he really has been tremendous. They have their best in Shaq Barrett that switched sides to go line up against them. So far, he is more than holding his own.
Wow. That was so much of the conversation since Tyron Smith, the veteran, was hurt. He hasn't been the problem.
False start. Offense number 73.
Let's go to a 1st and 15 for Dallas. False start.
Attaboy, just dominate airtime. That a way to do it.
We had you set up. That's hard. I mean, look, it's not only left tackle, but there is the uncertainty and the change along the Dallas line. Tyron Smith's been an anchor, he's been an 8-time Pro Bowler. You were drafted to maybe eventually take over for Tyron Smith. It eventually happened right away. Tony Pollard. Dallas
Pollard's going to get to 5 yards
going.
back.
6 yards to the 25-yard line as we get under 3 minutes.
First team to 15 wins.
Dallas had a great first
Bills
drive.
Mafia.
4 first downs. They moved it down the field. Nothing since. No first down since that opening drive.
We're seeing a little more of Tony Pollard right now, too, aren't we? That you can tell there is a blending of this backfield now, and not because of what Ezekiel Elliott's done wrong. It's what Tony Pollard has been doing right.
Devontae Turpin comes in, and Dak fakes.
Dak keeps the ball, runs for a first down.
Stumbles, but gets the first down at the 37-yard line. They try to run a little option with Turpin, the kick return man, at 5'7".
Gonna read it right there. Make it here, and if he dives down with Tony Pollard, then Dak is gonna take off. I was wondering if we would see him run tonight after the ankle or foot or bad shoe or whatever the heck it was. Would he get out and start running?
Bad
but
shoe.
Those kind of plays really break defenses.
Dak had a bad shoe.
37 play action. Prescott over the middle, incomplete. Cowboys wanted a flag for the early contact from Carlton Davis. None coming, as Noah Brown was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and the Bucs are really starting to match up a little bit more with some man coverage stuff. See how they're at the line of scrimmage? That really is not their nature, at least wasn't last year when these two teams got together. But there's no doubt in their confidence that their cornerbacks, and in particular Carlton Davis, can match up against these wide receivers. Dennis Houston, Noah Brown, whoever it may be.
20! Here we go. Second and 10. Prescott over the middle. A lot of traffic and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb's working
I think
inside
that
a
Dak's
little bit.
just trying to throw a pick here because he keeps going through that middle and there's nothing but red.
I'll tell you, it just screams how much Dak Prescott misses some of these outside threats, whether it was Amari Cooper, maybe in particular Michael Gallup, who's still here on the team, but's on pup with the ACL. James Washington even is that sort of down the field threat. They just don't have anybody to back this defense off right now.
Those last two names, Gallup and Washington, they hope they're coming. Week 4, maybe a little bit beyond that, but they're hurt right now. That's a tough start for the Cowboys. Pressure comes, Prescott hit, and it's
almost an interception. Dak was
took off at Dak
popped.
as they brought some pressure, forced it out of there, and Dallas is going to kick it away to Tampa Bay on the other side of the 2-minute warning. 1:56 on the clock here in Arlington.
Okay.
Just field goals so far. Barrett with the pressure on Prescott.
So it's going to take us to a quick commercial break. Dallas is going to kick the ball back to the Buccaneers. Collinsworth is definitely hungover. Man, his voice is killing me. Like, I know you guys are listening too, but I got these headphones on. And so, like, I don't know if it sounds the same for you guys that it does for me, but it sounds bad. Like, it's almost like unbearable bad. It's weird. Like, his voice was already like real, scratchy and coarse by itself, but like him being sick or whatever's going on, it sounds like 5 times worse. It's crazy. He sounds like Pat Summerall. No, it's weird. Like, with these headphones on, it's crazy.
He did. Shaq Barrett got to go down on Matt Barniak at the guard position, and that was no match.
So it's another punt for Brian Anger. Jalen Darden back to receive for Tampa Bay. Going to let it go. It's going to mean a long field for Brady. Pro Bowl kicker from last year.
And Tampa Bay is going to start on the 10 after the punt.
From AWS.
And we're going to have another quick commercial break.
A game of inches.
Dak is forcing everything. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, man, he's, trying to get these, like, tight windows where, like, CeeDee Lamb is, and there's 4, DBs back there, and it's like, what are you doing? I figure, like, go short, because he's going to get that ball picked off.
The first down gain of about 4, and Godwin, who had not been hit before today, limps towards the sideline. We'll keep a close eye on that. Again, Godwin injured his ACL week 15 in the game against New Orleans. From the 15-yard line, Brady off the spot, throws underneath. There's a catch by Fournette, no gain there. Minute 33 to go. Go back to that.
Yeah, I don't think he caught that ball. I was wondering. Let's take a look.
That's a catch.
Yeah.
It was close enough to stop and look. Again, we are in the last 2 minutes.
Maybe not.
Looks like it did bounce. They didn't stop to look. 3rd and 4 over the middle.
Doesn't matter now. They ran a play. Good old Tom Brady.
The 23-yard line.
Yeah, and right now the game plan is fairly obvious. You've got Micah Parsons, who's going to line up over there against Josh Wells and take his shots.
Wells, the backup is in.
Deep pass. Julio Jones with the catch. 48 yards. What?
Jones slow to get up. Had the ball in his hands, made a little bit of contact with the ground, but a big gain to Julio.
Watch this catch.
Without a question.
Why? He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
Tom Brady still has that arm, man. Tom still got that arm.
Brady takes an end zone shot. Incomplete.
Wow.
Rashard Perriman, who came in when the injury happened to Godwin, going down the sideline.
One more time. Let's just watch. Oh, that is so hard to do and maintain possession when you hit the ground. So many of those balls pop out when they come underneath you and roll away. That's greatness.
Just the way he tucks and rolls there, right?
Let's take a look at what happened earlier in that play with Parsons, though. I mean, Leonard Fournette just knocked him in the air. Didn't knock him to the ground, knocked him in the air.
So 2nd and 10 for Brady. Incomplete. Everything was covered. Just gets rid of it. Good pressure off the edge there. It's 3rd and 10 coming up, and another 3rd down, and the Bucs have not been good on 3rd down in this first half.
You know, you get used to so many things, right? You think Gronkowski over all those years and what they've done the last couple of years. Now they have to find that next guy. Can it be Julio? Will it be Cameron Brate? One of these young tight ends. Who could affect the defense in the middle of the field?
They signed Kyle Rudolph, the veteran's inactive tonight. Third and 10. Brady gets rid of it.
And the throw way too high.
Again, looking towards Perriman, and again, The Bucs drive and the Cowboys
Another
come
field
up with
goal.
a third down stop, and it's another Ryan Suckup field goal attempt.
I always kind of laugh watching Trayvon Diggs in coverage because he's never playing behind anybody. Watch him. As soon as they make the break, he cuts on the good side. You want to know how you get 11 interceptions? That's how you do it.
This is the longest of the 5 attempts for Suckup tonight from 47 yards, and Dallas is going to take a timeout.
First charge timeout. Dallas. This is the 30-second timeout.
Well, that's the story. The third downs. Tampa's had it. They've driven it. They've controlled this game. But Dallas's defense, which is really good last year, Dan Quinn has come up big.
You know, they don't play a lot in preseason anymore, and I
Right.
think it shows up on offenses around the league on opening day a little bit more than maybe back in the day when people did play
Not
a
as
lot.
sharp?
Just not quite as sharp out here as what we see sometimes. But I tell you, I see a lot of possibility out of what Tampa is doing with some of the players that they've got out there. And with the Dallas Cowboys, Dak is just going to have to find his threat down the field to make a play like Julio Jones just did.
They have not had anything downfield. Ryan Suckup from 47.
And field goal is good.
Counts that through for his 4th field goal. We're getting points out of these drives, but they're 3s, not 6s.
So I guess the question is, is this going to be a game won by field goals? Because if Dak or Brady's on your fantasy, they're not doing much. Touchdown-wise, at least. Quick commercial break, guys. We're at 41 likes. We're trying to get to that 50 mark. We need 9 more likes, 9 more thumbs up. So make sure you're still smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Our score is 12 Buccaneers, 3 Cowboys. 14 seconds left in the second. We're heading into halftime. Game is fun. Yeah, no touchdowns yet, man. This is weird. I would have expected at least one. You know, a Brate or an Evans touchdown, or even a Julio. It's crazy. Hey, what's the spread? 2.5? Spread was 2.5 points. So, if Dallas were to score a touchdown, then you're looking at 2, right? We'll see what that missed field goal brings. You know how Vegas works. We'll see what that missed field goal brings when the game's over. All right, so we're inching along here. 42 likes. We need 8 more, guys. 8 more to get to that 50 mark. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button, that like button. Need to get 8 more.
Offense, Chris mentioned the lack of down the field, big play threats. Only 1 first down since that opening drive. Brady's frustration magnified by all the field goal attempts by Suckup. 12-3, just 14 seconds left. Buccaneers are going to start with it in the second half, so Turp will see what he can do on this return. In one-man miss, and they got stuck by Keanu Neal. Veteran former Falcon back inside the 15-yard line.
I think Turpin's thinking this ain't the USFL.
You think hit harder?
Oh, he's been getting hammered out there. Dak Prescott so far in this one, 6 for 16 in the game, just 1 for 6 to CeeDee Lamb. So they really have to convince Tampa Bay that somebody can beat them in some one-on-one route running. And if anything, it looks like Tampa's getting more confident playing those one-on-one situations.
All right, so they're going to take a knee, and
the second half will check on Chris
we're going to head into halftime here. Score is 12-3, Buccaneers. And I'm probably going to run to the store. I got to get something to drink. Give me some agua. With that said, I'm gonna break out of here. I'll be back in a little bit. Just let the music rock out. You guys chat it up, do what you do. I will be back.
phone is blown up. Is Chris okay? Because people are hearing your voice. If you weren't with us at the top.
Is the next question, can you drag him out of there?
No, it's not. Chris just lost his voice. He's feeling fine, but he appreciates your concern. Can I speak for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's see what happens here to start the third. As Maher kicks it, it's a touchback, and we go down to Melissa Stark.
So, Mike, the Buccaneers get the ball to start the second half, but they will be without their Pro Bowl wide receiver, Chris Godwin. He was questionable coming into this game because he tore that ACL and MCL in his right knee in Week 15 last year, but he is out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Melissa, the early word is a hamstring injury on Godwin. There's the play that he perhaps heard it. You don't know if he initially heard it earlier on, but it was after that play he came to the sideline right away. So no Godwin for the second half. Mike Evans is in. Leonard Fournette is in the secondary. Run of 10 for Fournette on first down. And those rookie tight ends throwing a nice block to pave the way.
O'Keefe coming out of the backfield. He is that blocking element here, going to lead up along with the backside pull. But if you've got to say who has dominated this game so far, no question about it. Leonard Fournette.
14 carries and 70 yards. Balance. Buccaneers 17 runs, 18 passes. Make it exactly even as Fournette goes inside for a couple of yards to try to pull the ball away from him. Donovan Wilson, the safety, was trying to do that. Chris, I think back to the terrific kickoff game last year in Tampa, 31-29. In that game, the Bucs didn't run as much as they've run in the first half. They're keeping it on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, it's true. And you just wonder, too. I mean, you got a backup in at left tackle now. They had Micah Parsons over there living on that side and getting some good pressure. But now they're going to force them to go play this run game and slow down that pass rush.
Rashad White, the second back, is in. He's got the catch on the edge. And Dallas is all over him. Dorrance Armstrong came off the line to join Leighton Vander Esch and set up long yardage to the Cowboys, for the Buccaneers, I should say.
No question, that's my favorite part of watching this team play, to watch the way that they fly to the football. Armstrong that time, but now it's Tom Brady. Micah Parsons has already lined up over here on the right edge, and he is going to come blistering off that edge. Now they do leave the tight end that side, Cameron Brate, to help somewhat against Micah Parsons.
The backup, Josh Wells, is in. Donovan Smith hurt his right arm in the second quarter. We have whistles here and a false start of the Buccaneers.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
Second such penalty on Tampa here tonight. Luke Gedeke, their second-round pick out of Central Michigan. So he's the starter at left guard, part of that reworked interior protecting Brady.
Yeah, and the Dallas Cowboys going to work both their superstars over here this time. DeMarcus Lawrence,
all right,
Micah Parsons, both on the offense's left side, going against Josh Wells.
3rd and 13.
Let's need the 45.
Brady, deep throw. And it's broken up, incomplete.
Terrific safety play to read it and run over by Malik Hooker.
3 and out.
The former Colt in center field runs across to force the Buccaneer punt.
A little out and up on the outside here. They're going to try and make him believe that's what everybody's going to do to Trayvon Diggs this year. But look at the makeup speed and look at the help from his partner, Malik Hooker. 3 very good safeties all playing here for the Dallas Cowboys. Donovan Wilson, Jaron Kearse, and Malik Hooker.
Bucs in the 4th round of the draft took Jake Camarda, the punter from the national champions, Georgia. He has a very live leg. He's a really good athlete. His first NFL punt here. Almost got to him as he got it away, and it hit the scoreboard. So that has happened before in Dallas, and there is a rule for that as it hit the board. If you remember back in the playoffs last year, Brian Anger, his punt hit the video board. Anger, the veteran punter of the Cowboys, said, I can hit it on demand. We've got Terry McCauley, our rules expert, with us. Terry, there are very few grounds rules specific to a stadium. There is one here in Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. They're just going to reset and replay. Reset the clock and reset the down. And
the kick hit the
never
scoreboard.
happened.
It will be treated as an inadvertent whistle. We will replay 4th down.
Well, I mentioned Camarda
So
has
like,
the big legs. So here's his first punt, and
making
there it is
sense.
hitting the bottom of the massive board here at AT&T Stadium. That thing looked like it was still on the way up, too.
It hit it
on
hard.
the rise.
I want to see if he can do it again. Can you imagine how many times the punters for the opposing team come in here and go, I'm
First
just
thing
gonna,
they do.
Yeah, I got to see if I can hit it.
Well, you know, there's a famous story of the Raiders back in the day when Sebastian Janikowski was a rookie. He and Shane Leckler went to Denver for the first time. And they started trying to kick balls out of the stadium because all they heard was how the air at Mile High the ball carries. Well, for the second time, because this is like the old school do-over, Camarda tries and he gets hit and roughed as he tried to punt that. The Cowboys almost got to it. Turpin at the 25.
So there's going to be a flag now because
I don't think this is roughing, so this is one of those times you can come after the punter because I don't think, Terry, it's not an automatic, is it?
It's not. This should just be running, Chris. He doesn't hit the plant foot with force. He just runs into him. This should be a 5-yard penalty.
And Terry, that's the differentiating point.
Yes, yeah. If it's forcible contact to the plant leg, it's always going to be 15. If he absolutely blows him up, punishes him, it's also going to be 15. This is just 5. As you can see, Ron Torbert signaling, it's just a 5-yard penalty.
Todd Bowles is trying to say, well, what's your definition of absolutely blows him up? Because he got him pretty good there.
It's not that, Mike. He just knocked him down. Trust me. This is 5.
That sounds like something Terry has said to a head coach before. Hey, it's not that.
You know, it does seem strategic, though, right? I mean, if you can teach your guys to run into on a 4th down and long.
Running into the kicker, defense number 26. 5-yard penalty. We will replay 4th down.
Well,
so they could add it on to the end of the punt, too?
No, they could not.
No,
this is a previous spot. Can't add it on.
So are we going to get Jake Camarda's first NFL punt for the 3rd time? We are. The punting unit coming back on the field here. And Mike McCarthy just has the same question, Chris, that you asked. You know, one thing with Camarda, they have been working on his stride and getting him to get the ball off quicker. And you could tell that Bones Fossil, the special teams coach, John Fossil of the Dallas Cowboys, in his study of the kicker, knew just that. And his guys have come after him twice.
And may come a 3rd time.
Because it's only 4th and 8?
Yeah.
You got 5 more to play with? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just doing the math here. They look like they're going to come after him again.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, Ann, but why not just fix it so that it doesn't happen? Because that kind of alters the way of the game, right?
Misses the scoreboard.
Because if the punter didn't have to re-kick the ball, then he would have never got hit on the second kick, which could have led to an injury.
It happened in style for Camarda.
But that's just my take on it. And I know it'd probably take a lot of money to fix it, but that's who they should make Jerry. Yeah, Jerry should pay for it. Like, you know, just fix it. Especially if it's something, I could see if it was like something that happens once in a blue moon, but this happens a lot. Like, I know it happens a lot because I stream these games and I watch them, and punter always hits that thing. So is that like I hate to say it like this, and I'm not against any Cowboys fans, but you know, that could be used as a way to like cheat. If they have to redo the kick every time that happens, think about it. I don't know. Cupcake, this was the game we were hyped about. Yeah, we were so hyped about this game, and This is almost like the Vikings and the Green Bay game. Like, if you were a Vikings fan, you were just loving it. Like, if you were a Vikings fan, you were just in your glory that game. But anybody that was just looking to watch a good game, or was a Green Bay fan, or even just wanted to see Aaron Rodgers do something, it was terrible. It was a terrible game. And this is shaping up to be the same thing. And with the crying face emoji. And I hate to say it, right? But keep in mind, like, I'm an unbiased viewer, right? I'm here just like you guys. Green Bay is not my team, neither are the Vikings. So I'm watching it with a clear conscience. And I can say this. I can say, like, the Vikings won as much as Green Bay lost. You know, like, that's the truth. Total clown shoes. Yes, definitely. All right, here we go.
Continues the relationship with a different connection this time. That's the Buccaneers defense, and tries to tackle Ezekiel Elliott. A good run of 6 yards.
So Zeke's going to get 6. And it's going to lead to a 2nd and 4.
Last night with Bowles, we talked to him about the lessons learned in New York, and he feels those lessons learned are helping him enjoy the process more right now.
What do you say about the good media people in New York?
It's very competitive. There's a lot of competition amongst the media folks with 9 teams. So for him, he got to learn about every question that was going to come his way. A little bit easier with the Tampa media.
Elliott, first down.
To the 33-yard
7-yard run.
First down's been hard to come by for the Cowboys. It's their 6th of the game.
One of the hardest things in the world is a center to get out in front and pull. But one of the things that's really impressed me here tonight has been the running of Ezekiel Elliott. Everybody's been telling me he looks great. He looks different. He looks like he's really engaged. And I would have to agree with it. And I think that it may well be the best answer for the Dallas Cowboys right now.
The 33-yard line.
Jackson on the run under pressure, gets it off to Pollard for 5 yards.
A gain of 5 yards, trying to do something with this offense against Todd Bowles' defense, Melissa.
Well, going back to Bruce Arians, he told me he's really enjoying his new role from a work standpoint. He weighs in with advice for Todd Bowles if he feels he needs to. But for the most part, he just lets Todd be Todd. He said Todd's like a son to him, and he's just trying to stay out of the way. But from a lifestyle standpoint, he said it really suits him. He plays golf 2 to 3 times a week and will continue to do so during the season. In fact, when we talked on the phone, he was supposed to be playing, but it was raining, Mike.
It's about the only thing that's going to stop Bruce. They've had such a great relationship over the years, and it continues here. Ineligible man downfield on the Cowboys. We'll wipe away that Pollard gain. It's 1st and 15. Let's go, kill. Here we go. Scott adjusting the play.
Elliott is going to get 5 yards.
Penalty yardage back, a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 10. So, Chris, you look down here. Here we are, 5 minutes into the 3rd or thereabouts. And Dak Prescott's only completed 6 passes.
Yeah, and really it's been when he's been under pressure that's caused the most problems. He is the 4th best rated quarterback under pressure, and yet in that game in the first half, 2 for 8, a quarterback rating of just 1. So it gives you some idea that it has been the Bucs' pressure, and it's part of the reason we consistently see the Dallas Cowboys leaving backs and tight ends in to help with the protection.
Just the 2 inside guys with hands down here. Dropping coverage. Pollard's on the edge. He goes to the 37-yard line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, the 2nd-year man out of Washington. He was that last pick of the 1st round in 21. And Buccaneers think this might be a year the light goes on for number 9.
Great athlete, no question about it. There were times that you sort of saw him a season ago just sort of running around, you know, and running right past plays. There's a lot of rookies too, but already in this game you can see he really is beginning to focus in and understand what offenses are trying to do to him. Comes that 5-down look.
Pressure coming up the middle, almost got to Prescott, and then they finally bring him down with Devin White. So all the pressure and all the twisting, and White was the one who came free after Mike Edwards got through first, and Dallas will punch it away again.
Yeah, here's the 5-down look, and then it was a bit of a fooler. They're going to drop out here and bring both of these guys right into the gap, and it worked perfectly. Only one back there to pick them up. Nothing Dak Prescott can do. So once again, when they call on the pressure, the Cowboys just don't have an answer for it tonight.
Again, it was Pollard back there. Ezekiel Elliott's so good at those pressure pickups. But White got through and the sack. The busy Brian Anger. Busy and good. 57 yards on that kick, taking Garden back. He'll spin out of bounds at the 20. 50 yards a net, flips the field. The Cowboys got nothing going on offense. So
all right. Hopefully Brady can get a touchdown this series. Because I really don't care who wins. I just want to see some action. Like, I would just like to see somebody get a touchdown. Like if if like the Buccaneers just win because they got like 7 field goals, that would just be ridiculous. Yeah, right? Like, you know, show some excitement. Like, somebody do something. Like, Julio Jones is catching 50-yard passes, but can we get a touchdown? Unless, like, you know, the fourth quarter comes and then they're just going to start lighting it up then because, you know, got to get those ratings. Oh, man.
My phone's blowing up.
From the 21-yard line, Leonard Fournette has got Haynes.
Fournette, big run, first down.
Of 10 on the ground for Fournette. Here's Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, Tom Brady will be without his left tackle, Donovan Smith, injured in the second quarter, went to the locker room for x-rays, ruled out because of his right elbow. Out for the rest of the game. Keep in mind, this is a guy who gave up only 1 sack all of last season.
And he has been in the lineup all the time. He's only missed 2 career starts. In his place, the veteran Josh Wells. Wells did start the playoff game against the Rams, but that's a big blow.
Fournette, another big run.
Effectively. That's 9 yards on first down for Fournette.
The Cowboys had this issue a season ago as well, giving up runs, power runs, and Leonard Fournette now is starting to make them mad, I think. but it has been one of those, this is a smaller defensive line. They play for speed, they play for movement, but sometimes if you can get them in the old phone booth, as they talk about, you can get a big back in the game and create some real running lanes.
Look at that, 92 yards on the ground.
Fournette, another big run.
Into the secondary to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. Give that man 100 yards and give that man a break.
I mean, let's just take a look at it here. They're just plowing their way right through here. This is as simple as football can get. Nice job in there by Robert Hainsey.
We're talking about the blocking of these guys. You have Hainsey, you have Gedeke, the rookie center inside as well. They were young in there. Brady felt pretty good about what those guys have shown. And now the play action.
Play action.
Brady,
Brady, plenty of time. Deep ball. Julio dropped it. Oh.
He's made so many of those catches on the other end of Matt Ryan passes over that decade in Atlanta.
I tell you, give a little credit on the outside to Cade Otton, who basically saved Tom Brady's life on that one. He bootlegs out there, and Micah Parsons was right in his face, and Julio almost came up with another one. Just enough to get Parsons off of him. If he would have caught this one. Whew.
Oh, it was so close. He had it.
Otton is the 4th-round draft pick. We got 2 rookie tight ends who are playing a bunch here tonight. Jalen Darden has come in. He's in the slot on 2nd and 10. Brady about to get hit. Got rid of it underneath to the 35-yard line. That's Rachaad White.
So 3rd and 3 after the
Have we
pass.
seen running backs catch passes from Tom Brady?
White for 7 yards.
White, all his success. Rachaad White could be in that role.
Watch Micah Parsons coming off the edge one more time. This time he's going up against the stud, Tristan Wirfs, one of the absolute best tackles in all of football. And yet his quickness and his power, Tom Brady knows where that guy is at all times. You can see him almost flinching away from him at the end of the throw.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 in this area of the field. Dallas has come up with big plays, and that's what's kept them close in this game.
Nice.
And it's caught by Evans for the first
Evans.
down. Mike Evans in front of Anthony Brown, I should say, with the first down for the Buccaneers. They
He
keep
wanted
the
to say
drive
Antonio
going
so
inside
bad.
of 5 left in the 3rd.
At time they come with pressure, but unfortunately that means one-on-one against one of the best one-on-one route runners in all of football. It's like trying to get through Gronk. You know, his body is so big, there's just nothing you can really do about it. Single coverage, bring the blitz. He's going right to Evans.
Brady 14 of 21, 177 yards. Fournette got a break. He's back in there, running left again.
Going to push for another 3 yards.
Jaron Kearse went over to get him, had the initial hit, and Kearse is still down on the ground and shaken up. Fournette over to give him a hand up. As Kearse is going to head over to the sideline. And we'll step out for a minute.
It's going to send us to a quick commercial break as Kearse is injured. When we come back, Buccaneers 2nd and 7 at the Dallas 22. I got a feeling this is where Brady finds a way to score. That would be very Brady of him. Yes, it would. Like I said, you can't keep Brady down for too long. He's gonna find a way to score a touchdown. The fact that he hasn't up until, hasn't up to this point is insane to me. So as we get through this commercial break, we've got 40 viewers, 46 or 47 likes. We're trying to get over 50, guys. So make sure you are smashing that like, that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated, and I do thank you for the support. The more the merrier, obviously. But our next goal is to get past is 50. We need four more likes, 4 more thumbs up. So make sure you're smashing that button. Thanks a lot, and thanks for the support as we get through this this commercial break.
Brought to you by Geico. Oh, let's appreciate the hospitality. A great place to come. Between Dallas and Fort Worth in Arlington.
2nd and 7.
He knows it's man coverage now. He's shifted Fournette out. He's going to throw it. Yes, sir.
Ready on the move, quick throw, and that's to Evans. And it's going to be a first down to the Dallas 5.
Leonard Fournette went out in motion, came back. Leighton Vander Esch went with him. He knew right now it's man-on-man coverage, and every time. Literally, sometimes as a quarterback, you lick your lips when you see something like that.
That's great. We had Michael Jordan introduced the Brady season 23 at age 45 tonight. First and goal for the 5, Brady.
Over top, Evans, touchdown. There it is. I called it.
Yes, sir. Touchdown.
That man will find a way to score a touchdown. There it is. Mike Evans in the corner, 5 yards.
This is pretty good. Watch this catch just falling backwards, one-handed. But Mike, what happened was the Buccaneers were just bludgeoning the Cowboys defense, and so they had to go into those single coverages, and the minute they did, Brady said, "Thank you very much. Here you go, Mike."
So that's the all-time run, sets up the pass.
That's it.
Ryan Suckup.
And field goal is good.
Of the night, the 625th career touchdown pass.
And that is going to lead to 19 Buccaneers, 3 Cowboys, as Tom Brady finally finds a way to score like we knew he would. Commercial break. Oh no. Not the mouse dying. The mouse just died on us? No warning? on. Well, that's no fun. All right, gotta do this by hand.
Great back shoulder grab, Mike Evans. 14 touchdowns last year, the first from Brady.
You're gonna make me work now.
2022. And it is
Gotta use the
19
trackpad.
scored
The mouse just
19
died.
in a row. And a touchback on that kickoff. Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. And by Uber One. Join to save on rides and eats. There they are, the Cowboy Super Bowl rings, 5 of them. Of course, 3 with Jerry Jones here, with Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer, and there is Jerry Jones, the owner and the president and the general manager. It's been 26 years since that last Super Bowl ring, and the division won last year, and the playoff loss to San Francisco here. Right now, this offense is not of the caliber that they can get it done.
Pass, and that's going to be overthrown.
It's incomplete. Dak Prescott
to Brown.
Struggled to find open receivers, 7 of 18. And Mike McCarthy, look, he knows the pressure. The very first question he got at training camp this year was about the hot seat and job security. And he understands after Green Bay and the attention there, the different attention that comes with this job here in Dallas.
It's about players. They don't have players right now.
Second and 10.
Dak is wrapped up.
And thrown down, Anthony Nelson.
Loss of 6 yards, 3rd and 16.
Takes care of business.
And it's looking like
Anthony Nelson going to come unblocked off the edge. 5 sacks a season
Buccaneers
ago.
are
He finished 3rd on this team, but nobody
finding their way.
Once you try to pump fake it when that guy's unprotected, it really is up to the quarterback to understand if that backside's protected or not. And if it's not, you have to get rid of it.
As we have Tyler Smith making his first start, the rookie left tackle, and Matt Farniak, the guard in there because of injury. Flag is down. Prescott
Free play.
To the sideline. Dennis Houston
And
with the
it's
hand fighting.
going to be
Comes up
incomplete.
Offside. Defense, number 98. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
And Chris, you said they don't have the players right now. The wide receiver injuries are just being magnified here. The guys who they hope to get back. But right now, they've got no threats on the outside other than CeeDee Lamb.
Well, and there was free agency that impacted it, and Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson, and then you've got the injury to Michael Gallup. So they knew they were short at receiver. They knew, and they went other directions.
3rd and 11, 5 of the pattern for Dak, and he throws complete to the 38-yard line. That's one of the reliable targets in Dalton Schultz, but he's been getting a lot of attention tonight. First down for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and Dalton Schultz is a really, really good zone route runner, knows where the holes are in there, but right now they've got interior guys. They have CD and they have Dalton Schultz inside. What they don't have are the threats outside.
Just the 8th completion for Prescott. He'll throw it one more time to his tight end, and Schultz going to be blown dead right on the 43-yard line. Pickup of 5. Michael Gallup has been working off the ACL injury. It was a target for hopefully week 3 or 4 for him. James Washington, the free agent they signed from the Steelers. You mentioned him earlier. His foot injury has him out. Jalen Tolbert, who they took in the 3rd round, inactive tonight. Dennis Houston, the undrafted rookie, just played better. And he is up and active tonight. And once they get 5 forward, they go 5 backward.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, and part of these boos are
Dallas
coming
is just
from last
falling
year
apart
too.
at this point.
Was the most penalized team, and So one of the things that Mike McCarthy insisted on doing was cleaning up that aspect of it. And yeah, there's some different people in here, but it's just
2nd and 10.
Not looking good.
No, doesn't. 70 games what they averaged last year, and they double that in the playoff loss to the 49ers here. 2nd and 10, pressure picked up. Prescott over the middle, complete.
It's first down.
Across midfield to the Tampa side for
Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. It's been hard to get him the ball. He's been targeted 7 times tonight.
Well, and he is one of the more exciting players in the NFL if you can get him the ball in space. So any way you can get his hands on the ball, he can easily make people miss in the open field.
Hey, easy, hey! Hey, Red Batman! Red Batman! Red Batman! Go now, go now!
Just Lamb's second catch with those 7 targets. Tryon Shoyinka started moving, and the tight end moved with him.
Another false start.
Offense number 78, 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Get Steele.
And I don't know what Red Batman was, but Dak seemed awfully impressive about whatever that play was going to be, and he was looking for a little play action off of it. But you're right, when Shoyinka gave it the flinch, that was all for Terrence Steele.
Final 20 seconds in this third quarter. Tony Pollard, good opening here for Pollard.
Pollard gets a lot of space.
A couple of mistakes with movement, but they move the pile there
Leading
to the
to a
45-yard
2nd and
line.
6, and that's going to be the end
Dallas
of
gonna
the
jump
third
on the ball
quarter.
like they did at the end of the first. Didn't get a playoff then, and will not get one off here. After 3 in Arlington, Buccaneers the only points of that quarter, up 19-3. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
All right, so heading into the fourth quarter, 1 touchdown was thrown by Tom Brady to Mike Evans, and Dallas has yet to answer. Do you think they can catch up? I mean, this is the NFL, right? Anything can happen within, 14 minutes in an NFL game. Dak could come down, score a touchdown, Then you're looking at 10-19. Defense can get a stop. Defense could pick 6. You're looking at a 1-possession game. But Dak isn't. To me, Dak's not an elite quarterback to be able to do that. So to say, can he pull it off in the fourth quarter? I don't think so. Pat Mahomes could. Tom Brady could. It's a very difficult thing to do at this point for someone like Dak.
One more quarter.
Thanks, Todd.
You got it.
Enjoyed being around him the last couple of days, don't you?
He's the best.
Yeah, right? From Elizabeth, New Jersey, that toughness of Todd Bowles, he kind of brings it all the time in a very low-key, cool way. Players, and he jokes around with us, and he gets on our case with a smile on his face. The Cowboys trying to muster a drive here. At the 45, it is Tony Pollard with a good second effort to run through the Tryon Shoyinka tackle. Flag is down as he got past the first down marker. However,
Holding. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty. With the second down.
That is the hat trick for Terrence Steele here, who lost his hat on that play.
Steele over here right there. Hands up underneath the shoulder pads and
Jayana, you were
clear view.
50% correct.
It's his fourth
50%.
on the night.
Should have just put all the money on Tua though.
What Tom Brady and the Bucs just put together. Run it, run it, run it. Play action. Force the defense to do something. That's what they can't do.
Scott throws. Schultz with the catch. 42-yard line. Fifth grab for Dalton Schultz. He's got more than any other Cowboy receiver. That is Jason Peters, still going, age 40. He was with the Bears last year. And once the injury happened with Tyron Smith, the Cowboys needed some experience. And that's really experience at age 40. But, Chris, you watched him in his Bears tape from last year. He said he could still play.
He was good. And, of course, he was great when he was with the Eagles. He had a few wars with these Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Here comes that double-A blitz look. Nope.
Inside give to Pollard. He's only going to get a yard there. So Peters is working out with the Cowboys. It would be a couple of weeks before he's ready to play, but an option if Dallas needs to get somebody else in there on that offensive front.
Got to go for it here. Wouldn't surprise at all if you end up seeing Dak with some kind of a read option or keeping the ball himself. They were crashing down a bit. Let's see what his reads take him to here.
4th and 2, CeeDee Lamb, the move man. Dak's throws, incomplete. White almost had the interception. Houston was the intended receiver. And on downs, Dallas gives it back to the Buccaneers. A rare trip to the Bucs side of midfield. Couldn't convert. 4th and 2.
Well, it's 3 and out. Or 4 and out. And Tom Brady gets the ball again. So now that the Buccaneers defense has Dak Prescott all figured out, and them as Dallas as a team is just deflated. Tom's just gonna run it up, and that's how the game goes. Guys are tired. Yeah, they're tired. Like when your defense has been doing their job all game and then your offense is struggling, the defense is going to give up. Unless they make a play that's big enough to where it keeps the offense in the game. But that hasn't been happening. Like they've been doing just enough to keep the Buccaneers at bay. And you can only stop Tom Brady for so long. He's going to score a touchdown. He's going to do it. So that's why we are where we are.
Right to Mike Evans.
mean, football players are big, right? But they are a physically impressive team with Julio Jones and Mike Evans and Leonard Fournette. They bring the physicality, not just in height and weight, but also the way they play. And then Evans down there, that big body is so hard to get a handle on. Leonard Fournette over 100 yards tonight, gains 1 on that carry. In the first couple of minutes of this fourth quarter, just joining us, Cowboys scored their opening drive, a field goal, and it's been all
Cupcake, this
since.
is not Brady from the 2010s. You're right.
Dak Prescott over there. And
But I think there's a time where, like,
what's going
wisdom
on.
and IQ overshadows talent as you age.
He knows how to call plays.
And that's where Tom is. Tom can beat people from IQ alone at this point. He doesn't even have the talent. Now, granted, he has it, but the IQ alone and the wisdom is what's going to get him a victory in most games.
Brady pointing out Michael Parsons throwing to the opposite side. Ball is brought in just shy of midfield.
When you've been studying defenses and plays and how teams run their defense for 20 years,
with the Falcons.
And remember what happened a season ago to this Tampa Bay
you kind of
team.
know. You kind of know what's going to happen.
That they didn't move on in the playoffs is they really sort of just ran out of receivers at the end of the season. So they loaded up. They get a Russell Gage. They get a Julio Jones. They get some guys that can help them. And I think these 2 young tight ends are helping them too.
Guys who they drafted, Cade Otton and Phil Keeft. 3rd and 2. And Brady will throw for it. Intercepted.
Wow.
Donovan Wilson dropping back in the middle and picks.
There's a pick.
Brady. And he's taking that ball right to the sideline as a souvenir. Dallas's defense needed to make a play, and Brady tries to get inside.
So that's interesting.
And the former Aggie, Donovan Wilson, comes up with the INT.
You can put that on your resume. I intercept Tom Brady. Well, we'll see. Like I said, the defense has been playing their game, but can the offense step up?
That one was on him. He simply did not see Donovan Wilson drop underneath, and lucky for Brady, on that one he threw it a little bit behind him, or Wilson would have scored.
On first down, Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys. This is their best starting field position of the night. They've got to score a drive, gain of a couple to midfield.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the answer for the Dallas Cowboys this year. I really do. Look at Tom Brady. Sometimes he just literally cannot believe he makes a mistake.
Yeah, he knew it. Just read his lips. My fault. He knew that he made the mistake. The movement by Donovan Wilson got him. Now can Dak do anything with it? It fires trying to a back shoulder intended for Dennis Houston. And that's incomplete. Bring up third down.
You've got to hit this pass. You have to hit this pass. Your guys have picked up
third and
their
8.
best blitz, and now you've got the one-on-one on the outside. You have to be able to win this route, and they simply cannot hit it. Maybe it's not enough time on task with a guy like Dennis Houston. Maybe Carl Davis is just too good, but they're not making those plays when opportunities present themselves.
Lamb on the move. 3rd and 8. Prescott rolling, pumping, and now throws incomplete. He tried to use the pump to draw the defense, and they all came. So Noah Brown was open. And maybe it's that same thing, that time on task deal. They just couldn't be on the same page.
This had a chance. I mean, it really did have a chance. He pump fakes it and then just throws it behind him. I mean, there was nobody there. He could have let it out in front of him.
Like, throw it in his chest. Why are you throwing the ball behind him?
Prescott now 11 of 25 on the night, and they get the turnover. Can't do anything with it.
3 and out again.
And down 16, 11 to go. They'll kick it away. Brian Anger put the nose down. That's fair caught by Darden. 37-yard kick, no return. No damage off the Brady interception for the Buccaneers.
Mike Comer says the game is over. Blame Jerry and Steven for this. They had plenty of chances to improve the ball club, and they passed on multiple all-star level talent. Yeah. I think he gave Zeke too much money. I'm just being honest. You gave Zeke way too much money, and you should have invested in some more receivers. Because Zeke to me hasn't really done much for the amount of money he was paid. Just saying. You know, you've got a workhorse in Pollard, and they could have just restructured Zeke's contract so they could have got more receivers for Dak. Because he needs people that can catch the ball and make plays. But that's why we are where we are. Letting Cooper go for a 6th pick. Yeah, I mean, that was just... It makes no sense. You know, this is the stuff they think about in week 1 when you're down 16. This game should have been way closer than what it is right now. Tomorrow's game, yeah, I'll be on. Monday Night Football, without a doubt. I'll be here. Football season, we on, baby. Without a doubt. Monday, Thursday, and 3 Sunday games. Next Sunday is going to be Justin Fields against Aaron Rodgers. Bears against Green Bay. That's going to be a good one.
The NBC Sports Predictor app, Rodgers only 195 yards passing in the Packers' loss to Minnesota. Fournette, good first down run for Leonard, who has really dominated running to the left side here tonight. And he's going to jog off.
You just get these big guys getting out in front of that big guy carrying the football, and good things are happening. This is just
the Bears going down.
I mean, there's
Bears
really
down.
no other way to say it. They've attacked them up the gut. They've attacked them on the edge. And every time you're trying to add a body into the mix and try and help against the run, you're one-on-one against Mike Evans and you lose there.
Saw Fournette jogging off, Chris. Excuse me. He was a little
exhausted.
He might be. What's his most yards since he's joined the Buccaneers? 127 rushing yards tonight. Fournette, Brady goes to the air, and that's Russell Gage.
And Gage is going to catch it for 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
3-yard line.
And I know they're
bear
not
down,
looking for
Sir
another
Gospel
back
saying.
right now with the way that Leonard Fournette's playing, but this Rashad White is definitely
I mean, if
captured their attention some. And
Aaron
his
Rodgers has
playing time will grow as this season
shown
goes
anything
along.
of what it's going to be today, Chicago can just
Fournette's 127 yards in the
chalk up the W right now.
To the left, 15 for 111. And that's a good part of it without Donovan Smith, that starting left tackle who was injured. Josh Wells came in the second quarter. As Chris just talked about, Rashad White, 3rd-round pick out of Arizona State. He was the 4th running back taken in this year's draft.
Yeah, and one of the things that, of course, James White was the guy that, for Tom Brady all those years, the receiver coming out of the backfield. But imagine going from Leonard Fournette at 250 pounds to the kind of quickness and jump cuts that you just saw from Rashad White. I think that combination is going to do nothing but improve as they go along.
Keyshawn Vaughn was inactive tonight for the Buccaneers. Ronald Jones has moved on to Kansas City after his 4 years. Brady just winding the clock down here. And ready to take a timeout.
And Tampa Bay is going to take a timeout. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. Your score is still 19 Tampa Bay, 3 Dallas. And my saying always goes, she's not singing yet, but she's coming to the stage. I don't think Dallas stands a chance at this point. Tough.
Up the run against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going forward.
I'll let you know on week 2.
3rd and 1, and they will toss it. White to the edge. Micah Parsons chasing him.
White gets first down.
Saw the speed and
I mean, if I had to say right now,
and has the first down for the Buccaneers.
I'll tell you, Micah Parsons, I know he didn't quite get there, but he can just fly.
Maybe the Rams,
he really can.
If they
just
can bounce
half
back.
A step behind at the snap was really all that kept him from getting there. There are so many guys playing this linebacker.
Yeah, we do
position
college,
now,
bro.
and let's talk about Devin White for the Buccaneers as well. Both the same kind of player can just go sideline to sideline.
White again running to the right side. He's out of bounds on the sideline here at the 43-yard line. It's a nice first down pickup of 5 as White gets his first NFL action.
So let's talk about all these offensive linemen and what does it do to these two guys? It does that, which is then when you used to see Gronk go across the field like that, right? This is Tom Brady. I don't know whose offense it is. I don't know what name it is, but this is what Tom Brady lives for. The ability to run the football like this and then play.
No, I haven't seen him yet. I don't really get into like college until like mid-season. But I've been hearing a lot about
number 7 overall pick back in his day with
the players and the schools.
Jalen Darden's hands on the end around. Leighton Vander Esch is over there working across the field to make the tackle. Only a gain of a yard. And, you know, Leftwich is in control of this offense with Brady. And their partnership has worked out over the last couple of years. Of course, Bruce Arians is the head coach because of his offensive pedigree had such a factor. But now it's Byron Schoen. Even Todd Bowles said, hey, the offense is fine. These guys are okay. So I don't have to worry about what's going on that side of the ball now.
Yeah, I was bringing up a couple of things. Hey, Tom does
yeah, I mean,
this or Tom does that.
It just doesn't.
Because You've forgotten I play quarterback too? Like, I know exactly what he's doing out there.
Who are you going to pick
Yeah, he moves around.
out of that? You know, it just doesn't make sense. So it had to be the Rams. Seahawks aren't going to do anything.
Two guys who went against each other in a playoff game.
Brady gets it off, but he gets hit.
Incomplete. They brought the blitz. Donovan Wilson trying to get there, and Basham, Terrell Basham, going to stay down here on the ground.
And there's an injured Cowboy.
Trying to get to Brady.
Trying to get Brady.
Pass was incomplete. We'll have fourth down. With the training staff out to check out Basham.
Yeah, I feel like the Cardinals, they show up towards the end of the season and then just flake out. Seahawks, I mean, what are they gonna do? You know, 49ers, Trey Lance, he needs a year to develop. A good solid year to actually develop. So that leaves the Rams, which, you know, they're still the Super Bowl champions, so they just got to get it together. But I can tell you this, if they don't, someone's watching the tape right now, and Stafford's going to have problems. And now you even got this weird situation in the NFC East where Eagles, Commanders, and the Giants all won today. Now, granted, the Giants won by like a hair, but the Commanders and the Eagles, they won pretty convincingly. And looks like the Cowboys are on their way to losing. So there's going to be some shakeups this season.
With the help of the athletic training staff, there's 3 people coming at Brady, and bodies tangled up, and Basham injured there. False start by the gunner of the Buccaneers, D. Delaney, 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense number 30. 5-yard penalty is 4th down.
Yeah, the other negative part about this is it throws you back into that 4th and
you can come get them.
8-9 area, and they're loaded up. That was as close as a game-changing play as they had. They almost blocked that first punt last time. Here they come.
After Lamar gets picked up, doesn't hit the scoreboard. Fair catch is signaled for and made by Cavante Turpin. 7 minutes left. Last chance to Dak down. Back at 30.
Going to lead us back to 7 minutes left in the 4th. Dallas gets the ball back.
Take out the drive, the kneel down, one play at the end of the half. 8 other drives.
1st and 10.
For the Cowboys, starting with this one. Prescott throwing open to
Prescott gets a
sideline, one of the better pass plays of the night.
Brown for 22 yards.
Bring it out to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 23.
Yeah, that's one of the few times you'll see Antoine Winfield, who I think is playing a new position out here tonight, this slot position here. And I'm sorry, he's on the inside and has to drop back underneath that pass play right there. But In the past, it'd been Sean Murphy-Bunting playing in that slot. And tonight, it's been much more Antoine Winfield.
And Shaq Barrett got Dak's hand on that one. Still completed it.
That pass is going to be incomplete to CeeDee Lamb.
To CeeDee Lamb.
Coverage all over all night. There's really, I mean, that's part of the story. Leonard Fournette, this offensive line of the Bucs, and the coverage of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has been a great game plan. Todd Bowles was not going to allow Dallas to do what they did last year, which was run it, or if they came up in the box, then they would just throw quickly outside. He's not allowed them to do that here tonight.
Here we go.
6.5 to go. Four-man rush, and Prescott gets it complete. Brown in the middle of the field.
And Brown gets a first down and more.
Back-to-back first downs in the air on this drive to Noah Brown.
I don't think it's enough time for them to make another error like last season.
Shaq Barrett's been getting close. They're running a lot of stunts right over Matt Farniak, who's come in as a replacement for Connor McGovern.
Prescott trying to set up the screen.
Elliott is wrapped up for a loss of 3 yards.
Captain,
and it's going to lead to a 2nd and 13.
Saw that coming, and Dak is coming over after getting that hand hit on that Shaq Barrett play. He's looking at that hand, and Cooper Rush is coming for the Cowboys. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Right away to get looked at. So often we see quarterbacks have a thumb or a hand hit a helmet. Snap back to Rush. The backup throws complete to Brown.
And Dak is currently on the sideline getting his hand checked.
Re-signed, as now all concern in Cowboy land is that hand to Dax. That was the first hit with Barrett on the completion, and then another one on this drive. It's 2 separate ones looking very similar. 48 Rush fires, incomplete, trying to get it to CeeDee Lamb.
It's one of the real dangers of playing the quarterback position. As a matter of fact, in training camp now, defensive linemen for almost every team are wearing those padded helmets. And a lot of that got started because they were so worried about Matthew Stafford, who got his hand hit in practice one day, put him on, and now every training camp you go to, everybody's wearing those padded helmets, more for concussion stuff. But it started really with protecting the thumb of Matthew Stafford.
4th and 6 for Rush, who got the start on Sunday Night Football in Minnesota last year. Barrett got a head start at him.
And that's going to be a sack, but there is a flag.
Won't be enough for the first down. And Dak running back.
Offside. Defense, number 58.
For an extra, you'd imagine.
Dak is out of the game.
As they go to check him out. And
running back.
You build up your
get an
season,
X-ray.
you talk about your defense, and you come off of a year where the offense was so good.
Well, that should tell you where this game's going.
And then the quarterback gets hurt, and now it's going to be a week of just scratching your head before Cincinnati comes in here next Sunday.
You know, we talked about it in the open, though. This isn't the same offense that was the #1 offense a year ago. It's not.
4th down now, and short, and Rush throws complete. It's first down with Dalton Schultz making the grab at the 37-yard line. You mentioned Rush and the victory. There are his career numbers that start. It was Amari Cooper with 51 seconds left, a 75-yard drive for the game-winning score.
Cooper Rush is 1-0 as a starter.
In his career before that game.
Deep bomb, and it's going to be incomplete.
Dennis Houston not on the same page. You know, the Cowboys didn't technically keep a backup quarterback. They had Rush on the practice squad and had to do one of those practice squad elevations that we got used to during COVID over the last couple of years. You just look at Mike McCarthy after the conversation. Jim Moore, the athletic training staff. Jerry and Jerry Jr. and Stephen and Jones family across the way from us. Shaking their heads like a lot of Cowboy fans right now.
You know, a lot of Cowboys fans thought they were loaded up on this roster to make their run last year and got knocked out by San Francisco. They had to make financial moves this year.
complete. Simi Fehoko, a second-year man out of Stanford, gets his first career reception. Pac-12 performer for the Cardinal in Palo Alto.
I mean, it is a two-score game, right?
Right.
I mean, it is. Just saying.
Doesn't feel like it.
No.
But it is. Rush saw a bunch of time in the preseason.
And Rush is sacked. Loss of 10 yards. 4th and 15.
White with the sack.
There he is. Devin White just has the speed to make things happen so quickly. And there you see one of the reasons, and Mike, you hit on it earlier. Tony Pollard, for as tremendous as he's been as a runner, he is nowhere close to Ezekiel Elliott as a pass protector. And most quarterbacks would say, give me the pass protector.
Going for it again on 4th down for the 3rd time tonight. Need 15, and Rush is going to fling it downfield. Fehoko's down there. Couldn't bring it in. Mike Edwards on the coverage.
And
it's going to be a long week.
That's ball game. That is
Injuries,
definitely
didn't play well. Rough.
Wow. That's all I can say. Can't say I'm surprised though. I mean, I did expect the Buccaneers to win, but I didn't expect Dallas to go out like this. Your score, 19 Buccaneers, 3 Cowboys. 3 minutes left in the 4th. Some low numbers. Yeah, I mean, Dallas couldn't get one touchdown. You know, 10-19. Something. I don't know. 19-3. And like Dak in the beginning looked like it was going to be something different, but now that like I've been paying attention to how he's been like playing and running with the ball and throwing his passes, he looks like the same Dak. He doesn't look any different. And I feel like at this point in your career, like you need to excel, not stay the same or play the same. I don't know. Maybe his time is up.
To figure it out on the offensive side of the ball. 3:14 left. Buccaneers on top. They've only scored one touchdown here. Rashad White remains the back. And he goes to the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Cowboys. Time for us to take a look at Tom Brady's dominance, brought to you by Subway. We can take the dominance in many ways to the GOAT, but how about the geese, like the goose eggs, the teams that haven't gotten a win against Brady? In New England, you remember that one last year on Sunday night. Tampa. Then there's the Vikings and the Cowboys. Looks like that Dallas one's going to go to 0-7. You get a couple with Atlanta in the division.
Wouldn't you like to just hang out in the room with those guys that are thinking those things up?
You like those, don't you?
I love that. I love it. I like those guys are sick. That's tremendous.
Well,
I love that.
we hung out with this guy, Brady, last night, talked to him, hang out. We talked to him in our production meeting.
He had to come in, so he didn't choose to hang out with us.
But he enjoyed it, and where do we start the conversation? He's going to be just like you in a year or two. Who knows when he's going to jump into the TV booth?
Yeah, you know, and it was interesting. I don't think he's exactly sure what he's going to do next year. Playing is a possibility, broadcasting, or even a year off is a possibility. So he's
like, could you really imagine
right
if Tom Brady decided to play until he was 50 years old?
He's genuinely excited about the opportunity after retirement going into
if he were to win
the booth on Fox. He said it'll keep him involved every
so, you know, I'm
day,
going to keep doing
it's
it.
Not the same grind as playing. I looked over at you when he said that.
Yeah.
Not
Like, that would be
now.
absolutely
It's
insane.
No, it's not. It tears your voice
But could you
up
imagine
after
it?
a while, but, you know, he'll be great, though.
Tom Brady at
Can you
50 walking out on the
imagine
field?
Tom Brady and hearing what he's thinking as opposed to what the quarterback on the field is actually thinking. Like, he'll be able to take you to the line of scrimmage and go, oh, I see that. And everybody always wanted to be inside the brain, right? Even defensive coordinators. What's he thinking? What are you going to do? And now we're going to find out.
I love what he said. It requires a lot of hard
Yeah, I
work.
mean, he's got the money to
but
do
it's
it,
never
right?
been a
He's
problem
got the
with
money.
him.
He's got the
The
conditioning.
work. He loves the work part.
It would just be insane.
3:04 to go, third and 4.
We're out. We need heat.
You're out. Here's Perriman. He's in. And he's done. Back at the 41-yard line. That play.
So 4th and 11.
And a final timeout taken here by Mike McCarthy in Dallas.
You know, one of the amazing things about Tom Brady, though, is that nothing has really changed. Watch this, Mike. Everything looks like it did in 2005. He had a great throwing motion then. Nothing's changed. His release time is basically the same as it always was. Now, he may not be able to throw it as far as he threw it to Randy Moss, but look at that motion. It's the exact same motion. He opens up his hips. He's taking care of his arm. He doesn't do bench press and all the traditional weightlifting that other football players do. It's all about flexibility. It's all about stretching and those arm bands and all that stuff. And if you want to read about it, he's written a couple books.
That's all the TB12 stuff. And he just says kind of almost with a smile, it's like, yeah, I got to figure it out before a lot of other people did. And some of them still don't.
Yeah.
The way they train. And Dak Prescott told us this week that he started to train more about those kinds of things, the elongation, as opposed to the power of the weightlifting.
Yeah, as a thrower.
Oh, has any of that worked for Dak?
The injury,
Like,
Florida kicks it. Devontae Turpin trying to make a couple of men miss. It'll be brought down by KJ Britt. Special teams coverage for the Buccaneers. Melissa.
Mike, we saw Dak Prescott come out of the game a few minutes ago. He headed into the locker room. He's currently getting x-rays on his right hand, but is questionable to return. We'll update you as soon as we know more.
Yeah, all of us hope that we see Dak come back. Those couple of plays on the drive, that was the first one, hitting Shaq Barrett and then being looked at by the medical staff at the base of that thumb area and right off for an x-ray. We mentioned Cooper Rush was activated from the practice squad tonight to play quarterback. Will Greer, the fourth-year man out of West Virginia, is also on the practice squad. As Rush flings it out, and Ezekiel Elliott can't bring it in. It was Greer and Cooper Rush and Ben DiNucci, who's been here for a couple of years, as the guys who are seeing most of the preseason action for the Cowboys. And well, who knows what the x-ray result in the next few weeks is going to mean for the Jones family and the Cowboys.
Not very happy right there. And on the other side,
yo, not the avocado ice cream.
This looks like his football team.
That's what makes you the GOAT.
Running the ball, efficient passing.
Rush to follow, brother. Those two guys know each other with their reps that they have gotten in the preseason games and camp as well. And all of a sudden in this division, Dallas won the division. This is the division where it's so hard to repeat. Well, the Giants go to Tennessee and pull out a win today, and Washington beats Jacksonville, and those are the next two opponents for the Cowboys after the Bengals next week. Sideline for CeeDee Lamb. And
incomplete. 4th and 3.
2:13 to go. The Giant game is going to be a Monday nighter at MetLife in Week 3.
Brian Daboll.
Yep. Terrific start for the Giants, and they come from behind win. Put up almost 400 yards of offense, 394. Commanders with their win, and the Rams try to get themselves set up, and then we'll see Dallas in Philadelphia.
You have my cosign, sir.
And the Lions played one of the more entertaining games of the day. And that Eagles offense with their offensive line.
Eagles are tough.
And the running game, absolutely. 38-35 winners in the Motor City. 4th down. Throw in the middle is caught for the first down at the 43-yard line by Noah Brown. Yeah, that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So Rush has hit 5 of his 10 passes since coming in. Cowboys out of timeouts. So Tampa, after this win, they've got the team, Chris, we saw it on a Sunday night in Tampa, that has given them problems over the last couple of years. The New Orleans Saints. And then they'll have Green Bay, and then we will see Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady Week 4 in Tampa. You think Mahomes is okay today?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's unusual about today, though? The Rams already lost.
Right.
Green Bay and Dallas. Those were 3 of the prohibitive favorites to win their respective divisions, right? And the one that's come out and looked the best, Tampa Bay. Now, this may be the best team in the NFC right now. We'll see. But some of those other favorites have sort of fallen by here early.
And San Francisco lost in Chicago in the slop and the driving rainstorm at Soldier Field. But you said it when we opened the game on Thursday night and started this week with the kickoff game, Buffalo and the Rams. The path in the NFC might be easier because you don't have as many good teams as the AFC. And already we've seen the teams we thought might be good. It's only week 1. Maybe they're not. Maybe there are more questions. Maybe there are a few surprises on this side.
Minnesota played great today. Philadelphia played great today.
But you know what this week is coming up, right? It's the best overreaction week of the year.
I love it.
Everything is,
they're going to need.
We said this all off season,
and
now
over.
It's all thrown away. Well, it's only week 1. We got
but
17.
There are teams that you look at them like Tampa, right? If the worst thing they did tonight was really throw the ball, if you want to say play defense, run the ball, throw the ball, the worst thing they did was throw the ball. And they've got Tom Brady, right? So you know that's going to be fine.
And they've got those receivers, too, that if they can stay healthy, those veteran receivers, you think they'll get it figured out. Rush just gets rid of it. No receiver over in that direction. Was he out of the tackle box? Did he get to the line of scrimmage? All the questions the officials are asking as they discuss it amongst the group on their communication devices. And the flag's down.
Yo, Sembry V, that is hilarious.
Yep, so
worst case
inside
scenarios,
2
huh?
minutes, no timeouts. Runoff coming.
What's up, Richie?
The quarterback made it outside the pocket. He did not get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. That's intentional grounding by the offense, number 10. It's going to be a spot foul. Loss of down. Be 2nd down.
I tell you what, the way that Tampa's secondary is playing out here tonight, though, maybe that's the better choice. Just throw it in the ground. Get outside the tackle box and you think you're okay, but it still has to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that offensive lineman not eligible.
I think Mike McCarthy's heard enough here tonight. Time to move along. There's the 10-second runoff that
Monday.
Ron Torbert announced during the replay.
54.
And the clock starts. Rush stepping up, and Vita Vea, whose name we have not called much tonight.
How would you run
is a player who's
into the
become a
lineman?
leader on that defensive front with Ndamukong Suh no longer there in Tampa.
Believe me, they have given a lot of help to Mr. Vita Vea all night long tonight. 350 pounds. He can rush the passer. He's a 3-down player, which almost no nose tackles in the league are anymore.
They're in the corner of the field. They pick up some of it with Dalton Schultz, and you can tell the Cowboys figured this out. Schultz made sure that the ball got to an official.
Yeah, they'll remember that one for a while.
Remember the end of the playoff game. Everybody learned that the official has to touch the ball before every snap. That ran the clock an extra second. Couldn't get it down, and the game ended. 4th down underneath. Pollard will not get there, and that will write the book for the Dallas offense here tonight. 12 first downs, 243 yards. And Todd Bowles going to win one as the Buccaneers head coach in the back end. Played a big part in it.
They sure did. This is a terrific secondary, and they really manhandled the receivers of the Dallas Cowboys all night long. They had no fear whatsoever of getting beaten down the field, and it didn't matter who it was. Carlton Davis, it was Antoine Winfield, it was Mike Edwards, Jamel Dean. They played great football tonight.
And that's going to be your knee.
Brady 1 snap away from win 244 and remaining undefeated against the Cowboys. He told us last night something that reminded me of what Kobe Bryant wrote in his Oscar-winning documentary, Dear Basketball, his love letter to the game. He just talked about his love of the game because it draws on every aspect of you as a person, your work ethic, your teammates. Tom craved that still. He wasn't done. Has come back for year 23 to share the field with guys like Micah Parsons,
Good job, man. Good job. Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs.
I'm a rookie, bro. I'm a big fan. I ain't gonna lie.
See that guys come over and say I'm a big fan because most of the guys on the other side are going to talk about this game for a long time. The chance to play against Tom Brady.
They just want to meet him.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. You just got crushed, but you can't wait to meet him.
Yeah. Buccaneers get the first one.
Can you imagine like losing and you're so happy to meet the person that beat you?
But they take it 19-3 over Dallas.
Could you really imagine that?
Game is coming up, but first,
Your final score is Tampa Bay Buccaneers 19, Dallas Cowboys 3. Where's your heart, yo? Where is your heart? I don't want to meet the man that just beat me. I'm not trying to like, don't get me wrong, be respectful, have good sportsmanship. But you just beat me. I'm not going to be excited to see you. Where's the heart? Like, that's crazy to me. They were like it was like they were like kids at Disneyland. Oh my God, Tom Brady. It's crazy. That is so wild to me. I'm actually like disbelieved that I just seen that. Wow. Wow. Most of the people on the team have all grown. Yeah, like I said, it's be respectful, show good sportsmanship. But this is your opponent. This is the ops. Like this is someone that like you may potentially have to play again, and you need to beat them. You know, there's a difference between like showing respect and I'm not trying to get too carried away here, but you know, you know what I want to say. There's a difference between showing respect and riding the D. I mean, come on, yo, we gotta call it what it is. That was crazy. It was crazy. I'm just keeping it real. And I love Tom Brady. I respect him. I respect him for a player and who he is. But Luann, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta show some heart. Like, yeah, he's Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta. There's, like I said, there's a difference between showing respect and doing what they just did. That was crazy. That was crazy. With that said, tomorrow is Monday Night Football. I will be on. We got Denver and Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm excited to see what Russell Wilson's going to do to his old squad. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Baker Mayfield. And yeah, that's the end of that story. Cowboys, man. Well, Tom Brady continues to grow, being undefeated from the Cowboys, and in his 22-year career, Brady never lost to the Falcons, Vikings, Cowboys, Buccaneers, or Patriots. Yeah. It's crazy. Not a good look losing by 16 at home. And like that's what I'm saying. Like I just can't. I don't know. Where's your heart, Cowboys? Where is your heart? It's gonna be a long season if Dak doesn't get it together. All right, you guys. It is it's 11:26 here, and I think that's gonna call it a day. Bro, it must suck not getting double-digit numbers. Yo, you in week one, and you got a 3 to show for it. And Dak is questionable right now. He said it's all in Ezekiel's bank account. Ain't that the truth? Oh, man. I can't do anything but shake my head. Because part of me wanted me to see the Cowboys potentially take this, you know, because like it's like I said earlier, someone was like, "Oh, I'm betting 200 on the Cowboys," and I'm like, the general consensus is you don't bet against Tom Brady. You will win more money than you will lose if you bet on Tom Brady on each game. That's been the general consensus almost every year, and that's what it's been. So just like in this game, if you'd have bet on Tom, then you won the money. USS, good night, bro. See you in the next one. All right, you guys. It's 11:27. You guys have a great night. Thanks for being here, and see you in the next one. Lots of teams in the season play like Dallas tonight. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see if they can bounce back, though. I'm not going to completely write off Dak yet. I'm not going to write him off totally yet. But he's got to show up. He's got to do something. The Cowboys fans deserve it because y'all are diehards. Y'all are just like us Bills fans. So, you got to do something. But all right, y'all, I'm up out of here. You have a good night.